DraftKings Sportsbook.
After 39 long years, the Cup is back home. The Bruins are 2011 Stanley Cup champions.
Now, here's Judd Surratt and Bob Beers.
So they meet again after David Pasternak's overtime heroics dispatching the Toronto Maple Leafs in Game 7. The Boston Bruins have moved on to the second round of the Stanley Cup playoffs to meet the team that ousted them last year. Tonight, it's Game 1 between the Bruins and the Florida Panthers, a team that finished only 1 point ahead of the Bruins during the regular season in the Atlantic Division and needed only 5 games to eliminate the Tampa Bay Lightning in the first round. Along with Bob Beers, I'm Judd Surratt. We welcome you inside the Amerant Bank Arena in Sunrise, Florida, and we welcome you once again to the Duncan Bruins pregame show. Bruins head coach Jim Montgomery said the Bruins had a lot to overcome in the first round to get to this spot.
I think it helped our group a lot to know that we've been able to fight back and find our game. Tonight, over the course of the series, it was a really tough series. It was very, very evenly played. This was our best game of the whole series, and really proud of the players because this was an opportunity to seize the moment and be difference makers, and I felt everybody had the attitude of wanting to be a difference maker.
I felt the same way with both teams, to be honest with you, Judd. I thought the details were pretty strong, especially in that Game 7. Some people told me after the game they didn't think it was a great game. They thought it was a little bit, careful. I said, well, it's Game 7. You've got 2 coaches that are preaching defense. You've got 2 teams that want to play good team defense. Toronto can't score in the playoffs. So how are they going to beat you? They had to play good team defense. And, for the most part, they did. It took an extraordinary play to beat them. It took a really, that was pretty impressive, that play to win the game there with David Pastrnak and Hampus Lindholm being on the same page. And it was going to take somebody to make that play. That's the big difference in that game. The Bruins made one more play. One more save, one more play, however you want to look at it. I know that there's some Leafs taking some heat for that goal, whether it's Samsonov or there was a couple people that were on the ice at the time. But sometimes you got to tip your hat to the guys that make the play. And that was Lindholm and Pastrnak finishes it off. So good on David. Good on the fact that I thought he answered Jim Montgomery's challenge. And I loved his answer after the game that, if it were me, I would have called myself out too. And, yeah, he needed to be better, and he was better in that game. It wasn't just the goal that he scored. There were some other opportunities there. There were some other plays there. And he's a guy that, he goes through spells in a regular season where he'll turn the puck over a ton. And that's because he has a puck on his stick a lot, and he's trying to make plays. But he was pretty good throughout the series at not turning pucks over. I know he had a turnover at home, whatever game that was, 5, I think, and then he had the big block shot. But we didn't see that much from him. Was he as dynamic as you want him to be? No, he wasn't. But that goal hopefully kind of breaks him through and gets him going a little bit. And the game itself, just the entire game, kind of gets him going offensively. They need him. They're going to need him in this series. They're going to need everybody in this series against a really good and deep Florida Panther team.
The Bruins scored only 18 goals in 7 games in the first round against the Maple Leafs, and Montgomery said goals will be even harder to come by against the Panthers.
I think we got to generate more offense, but we're playing the number 1 defensive team 5-on-5. So it's not going to be easier, but we got to be harder offensively. I think a lot of Game 3, the way we played offensively, I thought we were more determined getting the hard areas. I think that's going to be really important.
You look at last year's series, and Florida's by and large the same team. They've got some different faces, a few different faces. The Bruins are a much different team. So what they did last year doesn't necessarily translate into what's going to happen this year. They had no problem scoring last year. People want to point at Bobrovsky. Well, that's fine, but just look at the numbers. They scored plenty of goals last season in that playoff run. They couldn't keep the puck out of their own net. And when they lose a game 6-5 in Game 6, you score 5, you should be winning a hockey game, especially when you're built like the Bruins were. So much different teams this year, especially on the Bruins side of things. If they're not going to score a lot 5-on-5, your special teams become magnified. But yes, they want to be able to score 5-on-5. But you've got to play airtight defense against this Florida team, and it's not easy. It's easier said than done because they can put the puck in the net. As good as they are defensively, they can put the puck in the net. Now, they play a little bit different style than the Toronto Maple Leafs do, and this is such a quick turnaround, but the Bruins are familiar with Florida. They know how they're going to play. They know how Florida's not going to be about secrets. They're just going to come out and try to smash you in the mouth and play the game, play their game, and dictate the pace of play and dictate the style of play. And it's up to the Bruins to try to wrestle that away from them.
GM Don Sweeney said the Bruins are going to stick to their goaltending plan here in the second round.
It's been a strength of our team. Jeremy got momentum on his side in this series and ran with it. We had spoken about that. We had a plan in place, and performance and results were going to dictate sometimes how we were going to react accordingly, and we'll continue to do that. We'll put both players in the best situation that we possibly can to help our team win and move forward each and every game. Monitor where Jeremy is this morning, coming off an amazing high, and but we're confident in both goaltenders, and that's a benefit to us.
Yeah, just watching warm-ups right now. Swayman, first guy out, but there's a couple of different wrinkles here for the Bruins. Derek Forberg is taking line rushes on the third pair with Parker Wotherspoon. Patrick Brown looked like he's going to go in for Boquist. Just taking a look at watching the line rushes. So it's some interesting little twists here for the Bruins coming in tonight's game. Boquist apparently injured. Carlo is back. He's out on the ice right now for warm-up. And he's going alongside Mason Lohrei. McAvoy and Lindholm went as a pair during this pregame skate here, during this warm-up that we're watching right now. So a lot of changes, I think, for the Bruins. Small, maybe tweaks here and there, but significant. If they're going to play McAvoy and Lindholm together, and if that's the case, going against the top line and going against Barkov and Tkachuk on the other side of things, that's going to be a great matchup.
Captain Brad Marchand wants the Bruins to stay in rhythm.
You don't want to practice this time of year. You want to play. I mean, we're feeling really good about our game. We're playing well. So it's great to be able to jump into another series quickly. I'd say the toughest part about this game and the transition between this game and next series is that we're obviously riding a big high, and we have to completely forget about it starting tomorrow morning. So, but that's the great thing about playoffs is, we earned another 4 games but now we have to completely flip the script and get prepared again. So, gave ourselves an opportunity to move forward and play another incredible team. Watched the first round, they absolutely dominated. They're a very, very difficult matchup. So, another opportunity to be excited about it and a great challenge ahead of us.
Yeah, another shot at the Panthers, right? Look, you beat them 4 times during the regular season. Again, doesn't mean anything. They beat the Leafs 4 times during the regular season as well. So you get past that and you realize, what's across from you and, the dangerous players on the Florida Panthers side and the way that they want to play. They'll dump the puck in. Toronto would dump the puck in, but they're not built as physically strong as the Panthers are. Florida's going to dump it in, and they're going to try to smash you in the mouth. And that's the way they play. That's the way they played last year in the playoffs. It got them to the finals, and some of the injuries kind of caught up to them against a Vegas team that was not going to be denied. But they got to the finals playing that style of hockey. They're not going to deviate from that. They're going to do the same exact thing. And now they've got Bobrovsky, who's played extremely well here during the entire season, and in fact during the playoffs as well. So, he's a very good goaltender. We're not going through Alex Lyon the first few games before you get to Bobrovsky. It's him right from the start. So, deep team, good team. Bruins have to be. There can't be any tentative moments in their game if they're going to come out on top in this series.
Here's what's brewing. Introducing Sparked Energy by Dunkin', available in 2 delicious flavors, Berry Burst and Peach Sunshine. Drop by or order on the Dunkin' app today. Fruit flavored, contains 0% fruit juice. Caffeine from Caffeine and Guarana. Participation may vary, limited time offer. Later on the Dunkin' Bruins pregame show, we'll take a look around the NHL where Peter DeBoer's Dallas Stars down Vegas in Game 7.
Really wanted to win this series. I mean, we wanted our turn. We felt we did all the right things all year.
We'll hear from head coach Jim Montgomery.
This team is very similar to Toronto, but they're a lot more physical. So you're going to have to be prepared to absorb hits, move pucks, and win foot races to that next puck.
And up next, we'll take a closer look at the Florida Panthers.
Now it's Forsling to Ekblad, the line, long drive, rebound, they scored! It's Barkov picking up the rebound, and the Panthers take a 2-0 lead!
That's coming up next on the 98.5, the Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local New England Honda dealers.
Snap, Text, Save partners with local appliance retailers to help you beat online and big box pricing on appliances. First, snap a photo or screenshot of the appliance model number and price you're looking at. Then, text it to us at 617-600-SAVE and include your delivery zip code. Within minutes, we'll text you back with a guaranteed lower quote and the earliest delivery date. Snap, Text, Save, New England's easiest way to get the best pricing on appliances. Text us today at 617-600-SAVE.
Oh, the weekend. That magical, mythical 48 hours where you are free to do anything but work.
I'm free!
So why are you working on your lawn? That's True Green's job. True Green is the official lawn care treatment provider of the PGA Tour. They'll give you a pro-level lawn and the guaranteed lowest price thanks to their verified price match. Let the lawn experts do your lawn care because you've got way better things to do. Visit TrueGreen.com to get the best lawn at the best price, guaranteed.
¿Tiene cobertura de Medicaid? Tome medidas para asegurarse de que usted y su familia conserven la cobertura. Es fácil. Solo debe mantener actualizada su información de contacto para que el Estado pueda comunicarse con usted cuando sea su turno de renovar. Asegúrese de estar atento a recibir correspondencia del Estado de Rhode Island. Luego tome medidas de inmediato. Si tiene seguro médico a través de Medicaid, es fácil asegurarse de conservar la cobertura. Para obtener más información o pedir ayuda con su renovación de Medicaid, visite staycovered.ri.gov.
Does your money work hard for you? Earn more with an e-checking account from Westerly Community Credit Union. Get a crazy high interest rate, plus there's no monthly fee, no minimum balances, and you get up to $20 each month in free ATMs. Visit us online at westerlyccu.com/e-checking. Or visit one of our branches to open.
Live. Check out our podcast with the 98.5 The Sports Hub app.
Nick Cousins will hold it, drops back across center and hands it to Nico Mikkola. The fans to their feet. The final seconds will tick away. It's going to be a 6-1 win for the Panthers here in Game 5. That's the game. That's the series. The Panthers win this edition of the Sunshine State Showdown and punch a ticket to the second round of the Stanley Cup playoffs.
Welcome back to the Duncan Bruins pregame show. Paul Maurice's Panthers start the second round after not playing for a week.
Everybody's got potential advantages. They've got a rhythm advantage. Obviously, they just come out there on a high. And I've been on both sides of that. I've come off Game 7s and lost Game 1 and come off Game 7 and won Game 1. So we have our advantage. We're fairly rested. All of the small bumps and bruises that we had are gone. They'll be back after the first period tomorrow for both teams. I'm not going to spend any time at all. We're going to talk hockey. And we're going to talk about ourselves, and then that's it.
Yeah, so you don't know how, you can't predict, right? I mean, some people saying, oh, Boston's coming off a high, they're running on adrenaline, they're going to be flying here today, based on the way, they love the way that they played against Toronto in Game 7. Florida's rested, rusty, whatever. There's different ways to look at it. The one thing we do know is Sam Bennett will not play here today. He's a big, big piece for them attitude-wise in the way that they play. He comes to the rink angry. He plays the game angry. And, if Tkachuk is the guy that really stirs everything, Bennett's right behind him. And he missed early in the series. He missed Game 1 last season. And it was a big loss. And then getting him back was just the way that he plays. It really kind of personifies the way the Florida Panthers want to play their game. In your face, angry, after whistles, during, between whistles, whatever it takes. And he plays that way. He's a great pickup from Calgary. When he first came here to Calgary, he took a few too many penalties in their series against the Tampa Bay Lightning. In fact, he got suspended for a game or two in their series against Tampa Bay. Then he kind of figured it out. how to get to that line without crossing it. And he can cross it still once in a while, but not too far, but still be in your face all the time. And he's a big factor for Florida. They'll miss him. He got hit with a shot. It was his own player. I think it was Montour that took the shot. Yeah. And it looked like his hand or whatever. So he's dealing with that right now. He missed the second half of the series against the Tampa Bay Lightning, and he will miss at least today's game against the Bruins in Game 1.
He had 20 goals and 100 penalty minutes during the regular season. The 4th overall pick, by the way, back in 2014. Captain Alexander Barkov said the Panthers have to get back in playoff mode.
I think it's a mindset. We just got to get our minds ready. Obviously, we haven't been playing, but I think our practices have been good. We've been trying to push the pace in the practices and not to lose that. And obviously, when you play every other day, you have that pace in you already. And of course, for them, they've been playing all the time, and we've been resting, so it's kind of different. But I think we'll be fine. We've been working really hard, and our minds will be ready.
Yeah, it's not always easy though, Judd. Like, as a player, I've been in both situations, right, where you finish off a series early and you sit around and wait, and I've been in a series where you get Game 7 and then you're going right away again, and you are running on some of that adrenaline. So, like I said, what we see tonight, I don't know. There's a couple different ways to look at it. But I think from the Florida Panthers standpoint, they go through a rough series against Tampa. They don't like each other. An intense series, but they win 4-1. They only had that one, blip against the Lightning. They were the better team. They deserved to win. Now they've been sitting around for a little while waiting for this game to start, waiting to find out who their opponent was going to be. I think the fact that it's the Bruins probably helps them a little bit. The fact that they beat them last year, and there's no love lost between these two teams. I know they beat Toronto last year as well in the second round, but I think it probably helps them a little bit more that it is the Bruins. But how they react, how they come out, can they rev up the intensity right off the bat? That still remains to be seen.
Matthew Tkachuk said the team is aware that the Panthers lost all 4 regular season meetings against the Bruins.
They definitely got us in the regular season. I don't know. I think if you ask them, they're probably like, using that for confidence going to this series, and we're like, regular season doesn't matter. We got to win playoffs. So I don't know. We got to use our playoff experience and use that as confidence. But they did take it to us this year. But they were all close games. So I'm expecting a very good series. They're such an unbelievable team. In every aspect of the game, they touch everything, and they're really good. Special teams, their 5-5 is great. Their goaltending is amazing. Their team defense is really good. They got some star players. So I think it's a lot like our team.
If you think he means any of that.
He's as good as it gets when it comes to quotes.
He is. I know people in Boston don't like him, but sign him up to be a Bruin anytime.
Time for the Ketchislaw Health Report. Dan Heinen and Andrew Peak are both ruled out of tonight's Game 1 with undisclosed injuries. Both skated this morning. Jesper Boquist did not take the warm-up here for the Bruins. We don't know his status as of yet, or as far as the line rushes. He was out on the ice, but it looks like Patrick Brown will be in his spot with John Beecher and Patrick Maroon. Matt Patra also on LTIR with shoulder surgery. Ketchislaw, the official law firm of the Boston Bruins, has won over $2 billion for its clients. When you're injured and can't work, turn to Ketchislaw. There's no fee unless you win. Go to Ketchislaw.com to schedule your free consultation today. Joe Murray has your Sports Hub headlines next on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local New England Honda dealers.
Are you covered by Medicaid? Take steps to make sure you and your family stay covered. It's easy. All you need to do is keep your contact information up to date so the state can reach you when it's your turn to renew. Be sure to watch for mail from the state of Rhode Island, then take action right away. If you have health insurance through Medicaid, it's easy to make sure you stay covered. To learn more or get help with your Medicaid renewal, visit staycovered.ri.gov. That's staycovered.ri.gov.
The world needs ways to reduce carbon emissions.
We're working on solutions in our own operations,
like carbon capture
and clean energy from hydrogen.
So, who are we?
Believe it or not, ExxonMobil. And our solutions could help industries like manufacturing,
commercial transportation,
and power generation too.
Heavy industry with low emissions. Let's deliver.
Learn more at ExxonMobil.com.
This Mother's Day, Josh Sellers invites you to call a mom in your life to show how much you love and appreciate her. When you call, Mom will be entered for a chance to win a $12,000 experience. Go to joshsellers.com/call-your-mom to leave a message, and Josh Sellers will deliver it to Mom on Mother's Day. No purchase necessary, void where prohibited or restricted. Open to U.S. residents 21 plus. Terms, conditions, and state exclusions apply. Contest ends 5/12/24. Subject to official rules. Available at joshsellers.com/call-your-mom. Sponsor Deutsche Family Wine and Spirits, Stamford, Connecticut.
For the ones who work hard to ensure their crew can always go the extra mile, and the ones who get in early so everyone can go home on time, there's Grainger, offering professional-grade supplies backed by product experts so you can quickly and easily find what you need. Plus, you can count on access to a committed team ready to go the extra mile for you. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
The home of the Revs, the Sports Hub. Sports Hub headlines.
The Celtics and Cavs will meet in round 2 of the NBA playoffs. Game 1 is tomorrow night in Boston. Victor Wembanyama has been named NBA Rookie of the Year. And the Red Sox begin a series in Atlanta on Tuesday. Headlines are brought to you by Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Enjoy quick and convenient vehicle maintenance this month. Visit NewEnglandOilChange.com for 15% off your next drive-through oil change. At Valvoline Instant Oil Change, now open in Weymouth, Canton, Bedford, and Natick. I'm Joe Murray. Jen and Bob take you around the NHL next on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local New England Honda dealer.
Does your money work hard for you? Earn more with an e-checking account from Westerly Community Credit Union. Get a crazy high interest rate, plus there's no monthly fee, no minimum balances, and you get up to $20 each month in free ATMs. Visit us online at westerlyccu.com/e-checking or visit one of our branches to open an account today.
Jason Tatum plays here.
Tip the entry to Smart. No look, bounce pass to the cutter. Jason Tatum, who lays it up and in with the right hand. And the Celtics are dancing right now. They are
Brogdon across half court. And fans headed for the exits. Tatum, pull up three. Good night. You know what MVPs do? They still got 29 in the right. Tatum to the right. Pulls up on LeBron. They're isolated. Right side of the floor. Tatum spins on the baseline. Turns. Fade. No! Got it!
This is the home of the Celtics. 98.5 The Sports Hub.
Imagine a place where you are never far from your next adventure. Welcome to Prince Edward Island, Canada, a destination where the breathtaking views rejuvenate the soul. Discover 700 miles of coastline with white sand beaches and red cliffs, the freshest flavors from land and sea, world-class golf, outdoor adventures, and authentic cultural experiences. Come find your island. Prince Edward Island, the official travel destination of the NHL and a proud partner of the Boston Bruins. Learn more at explorepei.com.
The Honda you want is here, so drive in the moment with the versatile CR-V or Accord, both named a Car and Driver 10 Best. And when you're driving a Honda, you're driving the brand named Kelley Blue Book's KBB.com Best Value Brand for 2023.
See dealer for financing details. Car and Driver, December 2023, based on 2023 brand image awards from Kelley Blue Book. Visit KBB.com for more information.
The only place to hear the game, the Sports Hub.
Time for Beers You Me to take a look around the NHL. This morning, Rick Bowness announced his retirement after almost 40 years as a coach in the National Hockey League.
I hope over my career that it's not winning the Stanley Cup. It's always been important, but over the years as you age, you hope you have an impact on your players' lives, off the ice, on the ice. And that's been more important to me over the last 10 years.
Yeah, look, Rick Bowness, congratulations on a fantastic career. Somebody was just telling me that he'll be heading this direction here pretty soon. He's got a house not too far from here. So he was my first pro coach, Judd, as you know, and up in Portland, Maine, playing for the Maine Mariners, which was the Bruins American Hockey League team. Coming from college and, having him old school type of, come from juniors, tough personality, but a great personality. He was always energetic, always, he wanted to know about you, he wanted to know about your family, caring, just a really great person. I enjoy playing for him. I know that there's a ton of players who have played for him over the years, given all his stops. Holds the record for most games behind an NHL bench as a coach. But yeah, he played for him in Maine and played for him in Boston when he was a coach for the Bruins as well. So congratulations on a great career.
He was an assistant coach to Jim Montgomery, and we're going to hear from him next as we get you set for Game 1 between the Bruins and the Panthers on the 98.5, the Sports Hub Bruins radio network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local New England Honda dealers.
You know, summer is a great time of year here in New England. Lots of sunshine, blue skies, beach days, and sweat. Sweating, not what you're looking for. But you don't have to sweat it out this summer. Call Blue Bear Plumbing for 20% off a new AC system install. Blue Bear wants you to be comfortable in your home. Now, if you already have an AC system and it kind of works, well, then you should check out Blue Bear's $59 AC tune-up special to make sure it really works. Temperatures are about to rise, so don't wait. Take advantage of these early season offers before time runs out. Call Blue Bear Plumbing at 866-388-BLUE or visit BlueBearPlumbing.com for more details. Hashtag the bear was here.
Sick of being upsold at gyms?
My guy, you're currently a base member? For $90 more, I can upgrade you to our Shred membership. For $130 more, you'll be a Swole member. And for just $300 more, you'll reach Sweat Platinum.
At Planet Fitness, you'll get energy without the upsell. Never pushy, always free fitness training and equipment for every workout. It's fitness that fits your budget. Join Planet Fitness for just $1 down and $10 a month. Cancel anytime. Deal ends Friday, May 10th. See Home Club for details.
At UMass Memorial Health, you can be a
nurse,
mental health clinician,
medical assistant,
but you can also be a
after-hours musician,
family chef,
t-ball coach.
That's because we hire you, all of you, and treat you like a person, not a position, with great pay and excellent benefits like retirement savings plans and tuition assistance. Come be you at UMass Memorial Health. Explore all we offer at wehireyou.org.
Emmanuel College. Welcome to the intersection of everything. A 17-acre campus in Boston's Fenway neighborhood. Nearby world-class organizations in business, science, medicine, technology, and more. Choose from over 70 programs of study, 16 NCAA Division III athletic programs, and 100 clubs and organizations. Benefit from access to world-class research, learning, and experiential opportunities. Every student completes at least one career-igniting internship before graduation. Emmanuel College. Welcome to the heart of Boston. Emmanuel.edu.
For all your heating and cooling needs, you need Endless Energy.
Endless Energy, your hat trick for all your cooling, heating, and plumbing needs. Call 775-ENDLESS.
Felger and Maz, afternoons 2 to 6 on the Sports Hub.
Welcome back to the Duncan Bruins pregame show. Time to bring in the head coach, Jim Montgomery. Monty, before Game 7, you referenced your dad, and I'm curious, what type of athlete was he, and what sort of impact did he have on you as you now are a head coach in the National Hockey League?
Yeah, he was a tremendous, athlete and multi-sport athlete. He won national championships in Canada in basketball, in football, and in boxing. Represented Canada in the '56 Olympics in Melbourne, Australia. And then the impact he had on me was tremendous. Like right away from when I was young, he knew that I was above average talent, and he pushed me. And what he pushed me on was work ethic and being a real good teammate. And those things impacted me. Like he would be like, you watch certain guys on your team, they're talking to the coach. He had a reference for that. He was, I don't ever want to see you be someone that's trying to gain favor. You earn what you get in life. You deserve what you get. If you get the ice time, you get it. He never talked to one of my coaches about giving me more ice time or what kind of player I was, and that really impacted me. And I think the way our car rides went and our phone calls went, I think there's no doubt that he shaped me to be a leader and impact me to want to own and thrive in big moments. That's why, people are like, are you tired? Are you, nervous before a Game 7? It's natural to have nerves. But I'm not nervous because of how I'm ready to go. I'm nervous because that's just my excitement getting ready for a game. And I think he's the one that developed me that.
The reason we're here, in part, David Pastrnak scoring in overtime in Game 7. I want to go back to the first period. He got drilled and got flattened by Joel Edmondson, got back up, was undeterred, scored the eventual game winner. Did we get a little window into his character as a player?
Oh, it was funny, I've never, ever questioned his desire to win, compete, or anything, and his talent is obvious to everybody. But when you have that will and skill like he has, and when he got hit there by Eddie. And, big, heavy guy, he got up, popped up, and it didn't even faze him. I knew he was just focused and ready to go. And he had so many opportunities. And he made so many plays before the game-winning goal. But it was great to see him just keep going and going.
Hampus Lindholm's the guy who set up that goal. He also scored the game tire late in the third period. Was there a barrier that maybe he had to get through in the playoffs since you've had him?
I think our group as a whole, there was a barrier for us to get through and push through together. And it was great to see him own the moment, but it was also several players that, especially the players that were all together and the coaches that were together last year, to come through in a big moment like that together. I think it's a trampoline effect for what we're going to be.
When Hampus Lindholm elevates his game like that, how does it influence your team?
Well, when him and Charlie are playing like they did last game, now we control the majority of the game because they're going to be out there for 50 to 55 minutes of it.
You made a slight adjustment there for Game 7 and put Morgan Geekie alongside Pavel Zacha and David Pastrnak on that line. How did that help that group?
Well, I think a little more heaviness on the line, a little more ozone time, a little more physicality, and it gives us a right and a left shot center on that, so I can use them anywhere.
When Trent Frederick, Justin Brazeau, and James Van Riemsdyk have played together, what sort of caught your eye?
What caught my eye was the speed with which they played with, the puck support they had, and how they were in a triangular situation in the ozone at all moments.
Don't know who the starter is here for Game 1 in net, but what sort of factors will go into your decision?
Well, big factors are the plan we had in place before playoffs started, which we've continued to execute throughout, and it's worked well for us. And then, you also factor number of games we're playing, number of days. We're playing every second day now, and plus we did Game 6 and 7. So the emotional toll on the fact that neither of our goalies have played that many consecutive games, that factors into our decision-making about who goes in nets when.
Let's zero in on tonight's opponent and your opponent here in the second round. That's the Florida Panthers. How does exiting your zone change against this team?
Well, we just got to win a lot more wall battles. This team is very similar to Toronto, but they're a lot more physical. So you're going to have to be prepared to absorb hits, move pucks, and win foot races to that next puck.
Toronto was a dedicated team defensively in that last round. All those games seem to be really tight. How does generating offense need to be tailored against the Florida Panthers?
Well, they're more man-on-man than Toronto is, but Toronto's very similar about when the puck goes high and how they defend. So it gave us a real good window about winning foot races and being able to screen the goalie.
Good luck here in Game 1.
Thank you, Judd.
That's the head coach, Jim Montgomery. Stay with us. The Bruins and the Panthers. Game 1 is coming up next.
Let's pause 10 seconds for station ID on the 98.5, the Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network.
Boston's home for sports is 95, the Sports Hub, a Beasley Media Group station. This is Boston Bruins hockey, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V, available at your local New England Honda dealers.
Cross to Esposito, a shot. Dan Healy, wow.
Nathan Horton wins Game 7 in overtime. Charlie McAvoy, an overtime winner.
The Bruins are brought to you by Duncan. America runs on Duncan. Apex Entertainment Center. VA New England. Granite City Electric GCE Nitrate. Valvoline Instant Oil Change. New Hampshire Liquor and Wine Outlet. Live Nation. Nissan. Avidia Bank. Massachusetts Health Connector. Peerless Boilers. Coors Banquet. And by Shaw's and Star Market.
Backhand, it'll save Thomas. Jeremy Swayman celebrates his first NHL shutout.
And by Catches Law, TD Bank, Ticketmaster, Town Fair Tire, Removal Pro, Prince Edward Island, Canada, your New England Ford dealers, Charles D. Sheehy, UMass Lowell, Timberline Construction, Service Credit Union, Endless Energy, and by DraftKings Sportsbook.
Back to Orr. Put in. His 100th point. Backhand score on a penalty shot for Raymond Bourque.
Bergeron, and the Bruins win the series. The Boston Bruins are headed to the Stanley Cup Final for the third time this decade.
Now, here's Judd Surratt and Bob Beers.
Tonight from Sunrise, it's Game 1 of the second round of the Stanley Cup playoffs. The Boston Bruins and the Florida Panthers. Two changes for the Bruins tonight. Derek Forbort and Patrick Brown are in. Jesper Boquist, Kevin Shattenkirk are scratched. We'll drop the puck here in Florida when we return on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local New England Honda dealers.
When you use Bounce dryer sheets and your clothes look amazing, it's the sheet. Less static in your life? Yeah, it's the sheet. Smelling fresher than ever? It's the sheet. Oh, so soft fabric? Ooh la la. It's the sheet. Less wrinkles on your clothes? You know it's the sheet. Bounce dryer sheets. More freshness, more softness. Less static, less wrinkles. It's the sheet.
How powerful is Cox Internet? Powerful enough to let your band members in Vegas, Phoenix, and Rhode Island jam like you're all in the same garage. Get gig speeds powered by fiber from Cox. It's internet built for tomorrow, today. Cox, always building better. Download speeds up to 1 gigabit per second. Cox Internet is powered by fiber and connected to the premises via coaxial cable. Speeds vary and are not guaranteed. Cox terms and other restrictions may apply.
Bring excitement to your landscape with proven winners Color Choice Shrubs. These flowering shrubs and evergreens have been trialed and tested by experts to make sure they look better and bloom better, so they're just as easy to care for as what's in your landscape now, but a whole lot more colorful and interesting. Look for proven winners Color Choice Shrubs in the distinctive white container at your local garden center, or learn more at provenwinnerscolorchoice.com.
Snap Text Save partners with local appliance retailers to help you beat online and big box pricing on appliances. First, snap a photo or screenshot of the appliance model number and price you're looking at. Then, text it to us at 617-600-SAVE and include your delivery zip code. Within minutes, we'll text you back with a guaranteed lower quote and the earliest delivery date. Snap Text Save, New England's easiest way to get the best pricing on appliances. Text us today at 617-600-SAVE.
Ugh, time to tackle my to-do list.
You mean all those doctor's appointments you've been putting off?
Exactly. I think this says eye exam?
Just book one on ZocDoc. You can search all kinds of doctors by availability, specialty, location, and read reviews from real patients.
Okay, what about a primary care doc and a dermatologist?
Again, ZocDoc. Gastroenterologist next?
Nope. Brunch.
You've got more options than you know. Download the free ZocDoc app to book today.
The home of the Bees, the Sports Hub.
Banner, please welcome Hannah Walpole.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
That's the national anthem. We get set for game one between the Panthers and the Bruins. We'll look at our starting lineups here tonight. In goal for Florida is Sergei Bobrovsky. On defense, the pairing of Gustav Forsling and Aaron Ekblad. And up front, Carter Verhaeghe, Alexander Barkov, and Matthew Tkachuk. For the Bruins, Jeremy Swayman goes in goal. Hampus Lindholm, Charlie McAvoy, your defenseman. And up front, Pavel Zacha, Morgan Geekie, and David Pastrnak. Starting lineup is brought to you by DraftKings Sportsbook. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code SportsHub. New customers can bet $5 to get $200 instantly in bonus bets only with DraftKings Sportsbook with code SportsHub. The crown is yours.
The first 5 minutes are presented by your New England Ford dealers and Ford F-Series, America's best-selling trucks with 47 straight banners to prove it. Bruins working left to right here in this opening stanza. Wearing the white road jerseys, black numbers and letters outlined in Centennial Gold. The Panthers in their home red jerseys, white numbers, white letters, along with a white stripe across the front of the jersey and right at the elbow of the sleeves. Pavel Zacha will dig down and take the draw against Alexander Barkov. Barkov 2 goals and 5 points, including a shorthanded goal here thus far in the playoffs. They drop the puck. They scrum for it. The Panthers have it. And the second round between the Bruins and the Panthers is underway.
Yeah, much different circumstances this year as well, right, Judd? I mean, nobody picking the Bruins to win this series. I haven't heard of one person picking them. There might be somebody out there, but much different setup than last year.
Here's Pastrnak to the right circle. Shoots. And it's kicked out by Bobrovsky. The rebound. And Pastrnak sent it on net. Bobrovsky made the stop on that. And he holds.
Yeah, 2 quick shots for David Pastrnak, picking up where he left off, right? Not all that hard on the first shot because he's being contested there in the right wing circle. So Bobrovsky has to make a bit of an awkward right pad save, but the puck comes right back to Pastrnak and be able to put a backhand back on him. Bobrovsky in good position to make both saves.
Face off in the right circle in the Panthers' end. We're 24 seconds in. Bruins outscored the Leafs in the first round 5-2 in the first. And they scored the first goal of the game in... They scored first in 3 of the 7 games. They went 2-1 in those contests. Here's Marchand. He's going to have to step in and take the draw against Lundell. Lundell wins it, and it's cranked back into the Bruins zone. This is going to be icing as Lohrei strides back for it. And we'll bring the faceoff back down to our right.
So Lohrei and Carlo playing together, but now with the offensive zone faceoff, they actually take Carlo off the ice and come back with McAvoy and Lohrei as the defenseman for the offensive end.
Congratulations, by the way, to Brandon Carlo and his wife Mason on the birth of a baby boy, Crew, yesterday. And he flew back down to join the team here for game 1.
Yep. Get used to the high flip because they do a lot of it. That's Florida.
Here's Reinhart to the right circle. Shoots. Swayman the save. The rebound. He scrambled back to stop Lundell. There was a rebound available in the blue paint.
Florida won the draw. Mikula just flipped that puck out of the zone. High lob. And they get 2 great chances from it.
Puck sizzled back into the Bruins' end. Both teams making some changes. We're a minute in, and the game is scoreless. Here's Carlo up the right side. He'll crank it in. Around it comes. Far corner, Stenlund wrapped up. Brazo in to try and dig away. This is his 4th game of the playoffs. And we've got to stop for a hand pass here, and we'll have a face-off in the Panthers' end.
Yeah, so a little change, a little wrinkle for the Bruins. We mentioned a couple of the lineup changes, but Lohrei and Carlo playing together, Lindholm, McAvoy playing together. Now here comes Derek Forbert's first action of the playoffs. He got healthy a lot sooner than a lot of people expected, right?
This is his first action since March 2nd against the Islanders.
But he played in Providence a few times.
He did.
What a
on
save
a conditioning stint.
Made by Swayman on Lundell. I mean, there was a rebound there, but he got the right pad over to stop Lundell. Lundell's basically taken over for Sam Bennett, who we mentioned is out of the lineup here to start this series. Got hurt in the first series against Tampa Bay Lightning. Taking a shot off the, whatever it was, hand, wrist from his own team.
Wotherspoon scoots back into his own zone. He'll snag it. Now Brazo up the right side out in the neutral zone. He tried to paddle it to the blue line. It's cranked back into the Bruins end. Another icing call here on Florida. Faceoff will come down to our right.
But 3 icings. We're not a minute and a half in on Florida.
So Jim Montgomery, because Paul Maurice can't make a change after an icing, throws out Geekie, Pastrnak, and Zacha. Geekie was added to this group for Game 7. Jim Montgomery telling us he wanted guys who could take a face-off from either side of the ice, and Geekie wins it. But Zacha tried to play it back up top. Rodriguez got a piece of it and sent back into the Bruins zone.
They win that draw. They want to get it back to the point. Rodriguez gets a stick in there.
Here's McAvoy up the middle. Tapped just in by Pastrnak. Led back out to the neutral zone of Verhaeghe. He'll motor in. He scored in all 5 of the games against Tampa in the first round, as did Matthew Tkachuk. Left circle, Verhaeghe shoots, and that got blocked. Swayman may have gotten a piece of it. Back of the net, here's Lindholm. He had a goal and an assist in Game 7. Up the right side at center ice, Geekie pounds it in, but now we have icing here on the Bruins.
Lindholm's best game by far, Game 7. You know, he had moments in the first 6 games where he was pretty good. He had moments where, you know, you need more out of him. And, you know, whether it's icing a puck unforced, and he did not have a great series last year against Florida Panthers. So, opportunity here for him. And he was very good in Game 7 when it counted against the Leafs. I hope that translates into this series.
Off the draw, Pastrnak got a piece of it, but now here's Reinhart with a drive, fended off by Swayman, hugging the near post. Left point, Mikkola. He'll crank it to the near wall, Reinhart. Up top, they were looking high for Luostarinen. It's banged over to the near side in the Bruins zone. Mikkola shoots, deflected, kicked to the far side by Lundell. Up to the right point, Montour. He terrorized the Bruins last year in the playoffs, scoring 5 goals.
Montour was a beast against Boston last year.
Near circle, Luostarinen shoots. Swayman the save, again hugging the post. Banked up to the left point, Mikkola. It's wrapped back of the Bruins net. Lundell skates over to the near side. We played about 3 minutes. We're scoreless. Left point, Reinhart shoots, and this goes through a crowd over to the far side. Far wall now, Mikkola. Jams it around the boards to the near side. And one of the Panthers went down, lost an edge. That was Reinhart. And the Bruins grab the puck back of the net, drill it up the middle and out to center ice. Pastrnak just down to the ice is Beecher. He'll fling it to the far corner. He catches it back of the net. Beecher centered. It missed everybody. And it wanders back into the Bruins end. Now you got a race over the line. Here's Lawrence coming over to poke check him as Forbert. Back of the net, Wotherspoon took a bump from Cousins. Chipped it over to the far side. The Bruins can't get it out. Cousins bangs a backhand cut off by Wotherspoon. And apparently it's held in on the blue line. And now we've got to stop it as the puck was knocked down by a high stick. 16:20 left here in the first and scoreless.
Just, I mean, it really doesn't mean anything, but Panthers out shooting the Bruins 5-0 to start this game. Didn't Pastrnak have 2 shots on goal, 1 strip? Did they deem that both of them are going wide? Is that what they're saying? Bobrovsky made 2 saves.
I don't know.
So, okay, we're not looking at stats then today.
Face off far circle. He stuck out the right pad.
I know.
And Stenlund kicked out of the draw.
Like I said, doesn't mean anything.
Former Terrier Evan Rodriguez will step in and take it. And he wins it. The shot got blocked coming in. Right point, Kulikov. He'll sling it back of the net. Stenlund knocked down back of the net. The Bruins drive it over to the near side. Held in by Rodriguez. Bruins trying to poke it free. Left point, the shot by Ekman Larson. Blocked. Beecher under some duress, and it's chipped out to the neutral zone by Maroon. Now Rodriguez. He'll swing it to the near circle in the Bruins zone. Loride hit, nowhere to go with the puck. Far side Marchand, shoulder to shoulder with Rodriguez. Brown.
Get used to it. This is what they're going to do.
For Patrick Brown, he only played 11 games during the regular season with the Bruins. Puck given away. Tkachuk left circle. Long drive. Swayman out to challenge. Made the stop. Up the left side, the Bruins trying to exit the puck. Into the slot it comes. Carlo up right wing. And Verhaeghe went for a hit. Coyle braced for that. And now Verhaeghe over the line left side, waiting for a little help. Zipped it back of the net. McAvoy far corner. Crashes into Tkachuk.
Tkachuk, he turned his back on McAvoy that time with a reverse hit.
And the Bruins fired out to the neutral zone. It shoveled back in. Swayman back of the net. The Bruins going for a change. Driven around to the near side, hustling to keep it in as Mikkola. He'll bank it back of the net to the far side. Van Riemsdyk chasing. Knocked down Montour. Montour gets back up. Barkov along the far side.
How do they handle the forecheck of the Florida Panthers? So far, Florida's imposing their will on the Bruins in that area right now.
Rushed down low by Brazo. Bobrovsky back of the net. Zipped it over to the near side. Brazo knocked it down using that 6'5" frame. Along the near side, Luostarinen couldn't get to it. Right of the net, Van Riemsdyk centered, and he hit Forbert in the skate. And Lundell with an outlet to the far side. This won't get out cleanly. Now it does. Wotherspoon waits for the Bruins to tag up. He'll swing it in. Looking for it was Brazo. End of his shift. Couldn't reach it. Now Frederick near side. Jamming away. And the Panthers will walk it out to the neutral zone, a little too far for Montour. They'll chop it deep into the Bruins zone. 14-10 left here in the first, and we're scoreless in game one. While they're spoon up the right side, Pasternak bounces it over the line to Zacha, drops to Pasternak, shoots just wide. Rebound held in by the Bruins. Lohrei, rink wide to Carlo. Sent it far circle. Pasternak had jumped out.
Yeah, he's always there, right? Geekie cleared, and that allowed Pasternak to get in the left wing circle, but can't handle the pass cleanly.
Lohrei feeds it up the middle off of Geekie's skate. And the Bruins fire it to the near side in the neutral zone. Carlo flings it in, back of the net. Bobrovsky stopped it, didn't know where it was. Dug out by Pasternak, slipped to the left point. Now Lohrei, left point, wheels to the high slot. Dangles his way around Tarasenko, shoots Bobrovsky the stop. As Pasternak was knocked down out in front. 13:27 left here in the first. The Bruins and the Panthers are scoreless here in game one on the 98.5, the Sports Hub Bruins radio network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local New England Honda dealers.
The Coca-Cola Company, Keurig Dr. Pepper, and PepsiCo are bringing consumers more choices with less sugar than ever before. From sparkling, flavored, and bottled waters to zero-sugar sports drinks, teas, and sodas, consumers are taking advantage of these choices. In fact, nearly 60% of beverages sold contain zero sugar. To learn more, visit balanceus.org.
Gain presents a tale of longing and long-lasting scent. Dear love of my life, we were on the 12B bus when I caught a whiff. A scent so fresh, so life-changing, I had to find its source. I didn't know if you were the woman in the pink freshly washed cardigan or the retired mailman next to me, but I knew one of you was my soulmate. Ah, the scent of Gain Flings. Add Gain scent beads for an even longer-lasting scent.
Are you covered by Medicaid? Take steps to make sure you and your family stay covered. It's easy. All you need to do is keep your contact information up to date so the state can reach you when it's your turn to renew. Be sure to watch for mail from the state of Rhode Island, then take action right away. If you have health insurance through Medicaid, it's easy to make sure you stay covered. To learn more or get help with your Medicaid renewal, visit staycovered.ri.gov. That's staycovered.ri.gov.
Connect with Boston's home for sports online. 98.5, thesportshub.com.
The first 5 minutes were brought to you by our New England Ford dealers and F-Series, America's best-selling trucks with 47 straight banners to prove it. Face off in the far circle of Panthers end, and David Pasternak was a little bit closer to scoring a goal than I originally thought.
Yeah, I got a good look at that replay. I thought it might have hit the post, but wasn't 100% sure. And sure enough, Pasternak shot from the right wing circle, goes off the far post to the blocker side of Bobrovsky and out.
Here's McAvoy, pitches down low. This puck will stay in. McAvoy in the right corner. Try to guide it into the slot. Ekman Larsson chase back of the net. And this puck won't get out as the Bruins zip it back of the cage over to the near side. Maroon going to step into Kulikov. Along the near wall, Maroon trying to dig it free. 2 assists in the first round. And the Bruins drive it right back in. Bobrovsky slows it. Bruins going for a change. Kulikov far side. Stripped of the puck by Marchand. Left of the net, here's Coyle, back of the cage. Coyle shakes free. Stenlund playing man-on-man. Out in front, Coyle a wraparound. Bobrovsky the save, far side.
Kulikov was covering Maroon in front. Hit one of them in front of the net.
Near corner now, Marchand. Up top, he passes to Carlo. Left point, Lindholm. Just down to the ice is DeBrusque. Left circle, Marchand shoots. Bobrovsky the stop. Bruins keep this puck in. Left point now, Marchand. Left of the net, here's Coyle. Watched by Kulikov. Up top it comes. Long wrister, and Bobrovsky the glove save. As he had to fend off some traffic to make it and grab it with his glove.
Good sustained attack right there for the Bruins. That man-on-man, or pretty much man-on-man for Florida. It's not exactly that, but they get caught, I don't say running around. Montour trying to contain Coyle, but Coyle comes around. He's got Maroon and Kulikov right in front in a battle right there. I think it hits one of their skates and never got through to Bobrovsky. But that's a strong one-on-one move made by Charlie Coyle on a good defenseman in Montour. But make them defend, make them be back there. I know that they're good at defensively, and they've got the best 5-on-5 against right now. But I think you can get chances against them based on the way the Bruins have played this year against them.
Off the draw, Ekblad couldn't get it out.
Yeah.
Geeky.
Geeky had his stick up by it quickly.
Up the right side. The Panthers will lob it back into the Bruins' end. Wotherspoon stripped to the puck, right of the net. Good poke check by Pastrnak coming back defensively.
Great help by Pastrnak coming back that time, right? Pastrnak with a reverse hit.
You got a couple of Panthers caught as the Bruins dump it in. Bobrovsky stops it back of the net, and then it's lost left to the cage. Popped out in front of Bobrovsky, has to dive on a loose puck.
He's shaky handling pucks. Bobrovsky is. Where Pastrnak made a good defensive play and then a big reverse hit on Reinhart, who came to finish him. Makes the good D play. Then they go up to him along the wall on the right wing side. He knows what's coming at him. Reverse hit big time on Reinhart, knocking him flat, and gets the puck out of the zone.
Here in the first period, and we've played just over 8 minutes, it's been the Panthers that have had to reposition their helmets. Bruins have had some jarring hits. Here's Verhaeghe out at center ice. Crisscrosses over the line, watched by Lindholm. Sent it back of the net. Gloved over to the near side by the Bruins. Up top now, Mikkola, left point. Cranked it back of the net. Tkachuk far side. Banked it up top, Montour. Here it comes. Got blocked. Razzo trying to track it down. He stepped into Mikkola. Straight back of the net by Lindholm. Now Van Riemsdyk took the hit, made the play, got it out.
He knows he's getting pressure from, that right point there coming down, bearing down on him. That was Montour. Just make sure that puck gets out of the zone, or at least do not turn it over. Let's put it that way.
Tkachuk, Saucers out in front. To the near side, it's Montour up top. Long drive by Forsling. Steered just left of Swayman. And now near corner, it's Coyle. He'll wrap it behind the net. Up the left side, Forbert. Long right wing feed on DeBrusk's tape. Drops it to Coyle, tried to return. And the Panthers in transition. Bruins have to hustle back. Oposo over the line. This is only his 4th game of the playoffs. He was acquired at the deadline from Buffalo. This is his first Stanley Cup playoff action since 2016 with the Islanders. Right point, Ekblad. Feeds to the far side. Shoveled back of the net. Now Wotherspoon braced for the contact.
Oposo's in there pretty much for Blomborg, right? I mean, he's been out with an illness, supposedly. But you don't hear many things right now on why he's out. He was a factor last year.
Blomberg played in 1 game in the first round. Now along the near side, it's sent over to the far side by Lawrence. Ekblad pounds it back of the net.
He ended up missing some games last year. He was also the guy that Trent Fredericks said choked him during his scrum.
Game 2. Puck rimmed around to the near side by the Panthers. Left point, Forsling, high shot. Cousins a drive, and Swayman saw it all the way, and he made the save. 9:53 left here in the first. The Bruins and the Panthers are scoreless. On the 98.5, the Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local New England Honda dealers.
The Coca-Cola Company, Keurig Dr. Pepper, and PepsiCo are bringing consumers more choices with less sugar than ever before. From sparkling, flavored, and bottled waters to zero-sugar sports drinks, teas, and sodas, consumers are taking advantage of these choices. In fact, nearly 60% of beverages sold contain zero sugar. To learn more, visit balanceus.org.
Exmark mowers are known for their signature cut quality, legendary dependability, and an operator experience unlike any other. Because if something's worth doing, it's worth doing right. Don't miss out on limited time savings going on now at your local dealer.
The bedroom. Guys, that's one place it's better to do things the hard way. The easy part for guys is BlueChew.com. At BlueChew.com, get chewables with the same active ingredients as Viagra or Cialis, but cheaper. Medical consultation, but no doctor's office. Prescriptions, but no pharmacy visit. Try a free month for just $5 shipping using promo code YES at BlueChew.com. Confidence delivered. BlueChew.com. Promo code YES. The easy way to do it the hard way.
Are you covered by Medicaid? Take steps to make sure you and your family stay covered. It's easy. All you need to do is keep your contact information up to date so the state can reach you when it's your turn to renew. Be sure to watch for mail from the state of Rhode Island, then take action right away. If you have health insurance through Medicaid, it's easy to make sure you stay covered. To learn more or get help with your Medicaid renewal, visit staycovered.ri.gov. That's staycovered.ri.gov.
The Celtics play here at the Sports Hub.
Just past the halfway point of the first period, the Bruins and the Panthers are scoreless. David Pastrnak, by the way, with that Game 7 game winner in overtime over the Maple Leafs, now tied for 8th in Bruins franchise history with 38 playoff goals, tying Peter McNabb. The next guy on the list, Johnny Busick, with 40. And Beersy, here in the first 10 minutes, he's made some noticeable plays at both ends.
Well, you need it, right? It's been, it's just cliche, right? Best players have to be your best players. And you love the way he finished that last game. I love the way he played the entire game in Game 7. And Toronto was physical on him. They tried to get in his face constantly. And I expect the same from Florida throughout this series.
Stenlund got finished and knocked down by Patrick Brown. I think we're going to have a penalty here on Brown. And the Bruins going short-handed here. As he was going down, he grabbed the back of Stenlund's neck. And Brad Marchand now having a discussion with Chris Rooney.
38 Boston, not a penalty holding.
It's going to be a holding call to Brown, and agree with the call or not, it's, you're inserted in the lineup here for Boquist. That's nothing. They both had a hold of each other. I don't agree with this call at all from Rooney, but I can see why Marchand is. I'm not going to fault Brown on that at all.
Bruins penalty kill only allowed one power play goal in the first round.
They had a hold of each other.
Near point, it's Montour. Flings it up top, Reinhart. He led the league in power play goals during the regular season. And now Marchand up the left side. One-on-one with Montour. He stops along the far wall. He'll try and eat some time. He grabs the puck and then lost it. Sam Reinhart led the league with 27 goals in the power play.
It was an area that the Bruins excelled in round 1, but a whole different animal here in Florida.
Panthers 3 for 13 in the first round against the Tampa Bay Lightning on the power play. Bruins short for another minute 25. Scoreless, just under 9 minutes left in the first. Reinhart wheels back, second in the league with 57 goals during the regular season. Tkachuk bounced it up top. Montour settles for Hagee, attacks. His shot blocked. Bruins trying to locate it.
That's Carlo. One knee, blocks that shot.
Back of the net. Lindholm battling. It's chipped to the near side. Zacha steps in and clears it.
Lindholm, Carlo, Zacha, all on the same page that time. Attacking because they didn't have clear-cut possession of that puck. Attacking at the right times. And eventually Zacha's able to clear.
Now up the middle. Speeding in are the Panthers. Lundell had it poke checked and it's sizzled down by Beecher. 40 seconds to go on the Brown penalty.
Forbert and McAvoy out here right now. That's certainly an area that Forbert can help in. And
near point now, Rodriguez left of the net. Tarasenko walks in. His backhand. Swayman got a glove on it. Down it goes. 20 seconds left on the Brown penalty. Up the middle is Ekman Larsson. 1 goal, 1 assist thus far. Here in the playoffs, he'll rim it over to the near side hard. Lundell poke check. The Panthers trying to get it back. Up to the left point, Ekman Larsson shoots. It got blocked out in front. Marchand, as it squirts to the far side, he's got it. And the Bruins are back to full strength. Marchand over the line. Cuts to the slot. Poke check by Ekman Larsson. And now Ekman Larsson gave it away to Frederick. Back of the net. He centered. He was looking in the slot for Pastrnak, and Luostarinen had to come back.
Bruins were changing. He really didn't have anybody to give that puck to.
Now Lawrence back of the Bruins net. Ridden off the puck and driven against the boards by Lohrei. The Bruins guided out to center ice. Here they come. It's deflected into the slot by a diving Lohrei. And now given away. Pastrnak in front. Shoots. Bobrovsky to stop. Rebound. And Bobrovsky able to cover up in the blue paint.
Well, we just talked about him. It's a great sign that he's getting these looks and these opportunities. And that's a bang-bang play, and that's Ekblad who just turns this puck over, trying to go up the left wing wall. And Pastrnak from the right side, he's going to take this puck right to the net. He tried to go backhand, forehand, and looked like he tried to go 5-hole. I think there was some space there. And Bobrovsky's just able to make the save, but there was some space there. This is a great sign that he's getting opportunities and looks like this early in game 1.
Last year he scored 5 goals in that 7-game series against the Panthers.
He did most of his damage late in the series.
Face-off near
Or at least
circle
it seemed like it to me.
in the Panthers' end.
He was banged up a little bit early in the series.
They're still sleeping on the shot clock. The Bruins, it says they have 5 shots on net.
I guess they're not.
Puck pounded
I'm
over
not going
to
to
the
look
far
at it
side.
anymore.
Puck drilled back
no bearing.
to the near side in the Bruins' end. McAvoy throws it back in the cage.
It's like the hit counters against Toronto.
Holy smokes. Near side, the Bruins swat it.
Especially in Toronto.
To the right corner, center of the hockey universe, right?
Yeah.
Puck lobbed back into the neutral zone by the Panthers.
You say so.
Lindholm. That's what I keep hearing. Now Zacha tries to drive it in. Got by one layer of the defense. Rims it around to the near side. The Bruins making some changes. Pastrnak threads it into the slot. And it's cued over to the near side. Losterinen tossed it out to the neutral zone. Bruins had it,
puck.
lost it, get it back.
Stayed with it, though.
Wotherspoon.
That's not an easy play right there.
Left point, left circle. Send it out in front. Bobrovsky to save the rebound. Trickles over to the near side as the Bruins getting in the blue paint. And this puck dribbled back into the Bruins' end. Along the near side, here's Forbert. The big bearded left-handed defenseman will crank it in. Brazo chugs after it. Ekman Larson braced for the contact. Up the right side, Stenlund. His pass up the middle, cut off center circle. Flipped down low by Rodriguez. Back of the net, Swayman. Far side, the Bruins rim it. And out it comes.
That right there is important, right? Puck stumped in. Go around the boards with it. Winger gets it out of the zone. I believe that was DeBrus who got it out. That part of the game is going to be so important through this series, handling that forecheck.
Bruins handle it again. Don't get it out cleanly. Now Carlo bangs it up the right side. DeBrusque reaching for it.
If it's clean, that's great, but it doesn't always have to be clean, and that's the important thing. You just make sure that puck, you're not turning it over in that area and allowing that forecheck to gain traction.
The Bruins forecheck creates a turnover. Van Riemsdyk a shot. Bobrovsky the save. The rebound swatted to the far side by DeBrusque.
Yeah, he got bothered a little bit on that rebound chance, but going to the net hard.
Near side, McAvoy shoots, deflected. Bobrovsky the stop. Rebound, back of the net. Here's Coyle. Coyle on his backhand. Poke check to the near side. Ekblad went down. And then Coyle lost his footing near side and it pounded out to the neutral zone by Rodriguez. Now Lindholm fading back in his own end. Fed to the middle to his partner McAvoy. Up the middle now, high slot. Marchand wanted to pull the trigger. Puck hopped on him. Scrambling the other way is Verhaeghe. Over the line left side. Drops to Barkov. Fanned on his shot. And the Bruins counter the other way. Here's Marchand. He'll feed it to the right corner. Mikkola jams it near side. The Bruins crash in. This puck flipped over the glass, but it's deflected, they say. With 4:01 left here in the first, the Bruins and the Panthers scoreless. We'll take a timeout on the 98.5, the Sports Hub Bruins radio network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local New England Honda dealers.
Exmark mowers are known for their signature cut quality, legendary dependability, and an operator experience unlike any other. Because if something's worth doing, it's worth doing right. Don't miss out on limited time savings going on now at your local dealer.
The world needs ways to reduce carbon emissions.
We're working on solutions in our own operations.
Like carbon capture.
And clean energy from hydrogen.
So, who are we?
Believe it or not, ExxonMobil. And our solutions could help industries like manufacturing,
commercial transportation,
and power generation too.
Heavy industry with low emissions. Let's deliver.
Learn more at exxonmobil.com.
Snap Text Save partners with local appliance retailers to help you beat online and big box pricing on appliances. First, snap a photo or screenshot of the appliance model number and price you're looking at. Then, text it to us at 617-600-SAVE and include your delivery zip code. Within minutes, we'll text you back with a guaranteed lower quote and the earliest delivery date. Snap Text Save, New England's easiest way to get the best pricing on appliances. Text us today at 617-600-SAVE.
Listen live. Check out our podcast with the 98.5 The Sports Hub app.
The Bruins will be back on Causeway Street on Friday to face off against the Panthers in Game 3 of the 2024 playoffs, presented by Rapid 7. Select tickets are still available to purchase. Visit bostonbruins.com/playoffs to secure your seat to all the playoff hockey action. Face off in the right circle, the Florida end. Charlie Coyle dig down and take the face off against Anton Lundell. Coyle wins the draw, batted toward the slot, and it's pulled out of there by Montour. He'll flip it high in the air, gloved by Lohrei. He'll backhand it ahead, and Coyle chipped it out to the neutral zone. The Bruins play it over the line near side. Marchand guides it back to the net, took a bump from Mikkola. Here's Montour. He'll bang it ahead. This puck squirts out, but Coyle's got it. The Bruins regroup, and in they go. Now McAvoy over the line, twist to the slot, and it's fired off a stick by Coyle and high into the protective netting.
Between the Pipes, sponsored by Charles D. Sheehy. If you're in the piping trades, you need to call Charles D. Sheehy, Boston's premier piping and mechanical product supplier. Sheehy is driven to deliver. Between the Pipes, both goaltenders have been sharp here in the early going. For Florida, it's Sergei Bobrovsky, and for the Bruins, Jeremy Swayman.
Swayman won his first career playoff series. He went 4-2 against Toronto with a .950 save percentage.
How good was he?
Jim Montgomery said far and away our best player.
Yeah, I mean, well, when you go over the 6 games that he played, yeah, I thought the Bruins did a lot of good things in that series, but Swayman had to be good at certain times.
Here's Verhaeghe over the line.
As you need it for many goaltenders.
Got stood up by Lindholm, and it's cleared out by Pasternak. Sergei Bobrovsky in the first round, 4-1. He had 278 goals against average and an .896 save percentage.
Well, I mean, the one game there, what did Tampa score against them?
Here's Pasternak over the line with a step far circle. Cuts to the middle. Shoots! Bobrovsky to save as Verhaeghe knocked him down. Pasternak saw it.
He was looking for him coming across the middle.
Now, Forsling brings it in. Stops up. The Bruins changing. Back of the net. Wotherspoon pokes it free. Wotherspoon knotted up. Rimmed over to the far side. Kulikov just off the bench kept it in. Sent to the front. Kicked into the slot. Held in at the near point by Stenlund. The big Swede bangs it back of the net. Bruins zip it over to the far side, and they'll chip it up left wing. Couldn't get it out. Kulikov keeps it in far side.
Kept it in with his hand.
Separated from the puck by Forbert. Bruins batted over to the near side. Ekman Larsson's got it. Across it comes. Kulikov the long shot. Swayman the save. Bruins clear the front of the net, and they'll bang it up the left side and out to center ice. Florida trying to counter quickly. Ekman Larsson feeds it in. Left of the cage. The backhand by Rodriguez, and Swayman slides just by the near post to grab it and hold it.
Yeah, tough shift for the Bruins that time. So that's the forecheck for Florida, right? They get in there. The Bruins have trouble clearing the puck on a couple of occasions. It was after Pasternak had an opportunity at the offensive end. But then Florida gets their forechecking game in motion. Kulikov keeps the puck in out at the point. Ekman Larsson keeps the puck in out at the point on the left side. And the Bruins fail to clear on a couple of attempts. And then they attack. Rodriguez gets the shot from that left wing side. Swayman realizing, hey, we need a whistle here. We got to cover up so we can get this change. I mean, they attack right away, catching the Bruins on that change, trying to catch the Bruins on the change.
Beecher sent it up the middle, couldn't get it out, and then Brown just flattened his check along the far side. That was a Pozo, and the Bruins will exit the puck. It's deflected to the right of Bobrovsky. Beecher's there first. He scored the opening goal of the Leafs series. Beecher. Now right corner, Brazo. To the left point, Lohrei, rink wide, Carlo. Here it comes, just wide. Bobrovsky a little late to react.
A different look here with Brown, Beecher, and Brazo.
That line was out for the D-zone draw, and to start this last shift. Now Lohrei guides it up the right side. Frederick acted to the near circle in the Florida end. Reinhart banks it over to the far side. Ekblad sent it up the middle. It's given away. Fired. Bobrovsky to save the rebound. Sent over the near side. Bobrovsky was scrambling.
And Rizek had the rebound.
Lindholm up top. McAvoy peels it back. Watched by Lostarina. To Pasternak. Delayed penalty. Lindholm shoots. Did that hit the post? And now the Bruins are going to the power play with just under a minute left here in the first.
Boy, Ekblad, shaky moments for him in the defensive zone. That's the second turnover he's had. And the Bruins trying to take advantage of it. First shot that came in, Bobrovsky stood up. It was a high shot. He stood up and tried to kind of jump at it. Awkward. And the Bruins had a chance on the rebound. It's going to be a high sticking penalty coming up here on Sam Reinhart, but it's all from the pressure that the Bruins applied. He's going to get the stick up on David Pastrnak in front of the net. Not much of an argument going to the box there. But the Bruins with these chances, Bobrovsky's been effective, but he's been a little awkward on a couple of shots.
Bruins
and handling the puck.
6 for 17 in the first round.
But the last couple games, over. They didn't have many opportunities.
Bruins in the draw. Here's McAvoy. Swats it over to the far side. He couldn't get it out.
Yeah, it's going to be a hand pass if they play it.
And now we get the stop with 47 seconds left here in the first. The Panthers' penalty kill against Tampa Bay's power play in the first round. They stopped 16 of 20.
And Tampa's power play is lethal. Well, they were during the regular season. The players certainly are. The power plays in the first round, Edmonton, awesome, right? Colorado. And the Bruins, for the first probably 5 games, were really good. Heard someone say last night after the first 2 games they weren't any good. I don't agree with that at all.
Nope.
Game 6 and 7, yeah, I can go with that. But.
Here's McAvoy, center circle to Pastrnak, in flight over the line, sent it out in front, and Zacha couldn't hold on to it, and then it's rimmed high off the glass and down. 23 seconds left here in the first. We're scoreless here in game 1. Brazo leaves it for the late-coming Pastrnak, sorts it out, brings it in, right point. He'll chip to the right hash. Brazo fed it right of the net, and Bobrovsky will freeze it, and we'll have a face-off with 10 seconds left.
Just under 10 seconds remaining in the period. You still got a minute and 10 on the power play. See if they can get something set up for Pastrnak off this face-off, right? If they're able to get control of it. He's in the middle of the ice. Face-off's on the right wing side. Coyle's going to take it, and they're talking about it right now. Marchand and Pastrnak and McAvoy. They got Pastrnak stationed out high in the middle of the ice.
Panthers win the draw. But the Bruins battle for it near side with 5. It's trapped in the corner. DeBrus tries to pull it free. Batted all the way down the ice by the Panthers, and the Bruins will carry this over to start the second period. So there's 61 seconds remaining on the Sam Reinhart minor penalty. We're through 1 here in game 1. The Bruins and the Panthers are scoreless. Beers and I will bring you back for the first intermission in just a moment on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local New England Honda dealers.
The Angie's List you know and trust is now Angie, and we're so much more than just a list. We still connect you with top local pros and show you ratings and reviews, but now we also let you compare upfront prices on hundreds of projects and book a service instantly. We can even handle the rest of your project from start to finish. So remember, Angie's List is now Angie, and we're here to get your job done right. Get started at Angie.com. That's ANGI, or download the app today.
Exmark mowers are known for their signature cut quality, legendary dependability, and an operator experience unlike any other. Because if something's worth doing, it's worth doing right. Don't miss out on limited time savings going on now at your local dealer.
At Enterprise, we know you're constantly on the move. Getting this?
Thanks, Mom.
Fixing that. You reach a destination. And then it's on to the next. And when life is moving at the speed of, life, Enterprise is right there with you, around the corner and around the globe. We'll keep you moving forward. Enterprise, for lives in drive.
Yeah, that's how it feels when you can get something else with Rack Exchange. A bigger TV, an upgraded washer, a different item altogether. Because now you can exchange an item at Rent-A-Center for another item within 6 months, as often as you want. Learn more at rentacenter.com. For customers in good standing within 6 months following active rental date, exchange items subject to approval and adjustment of payment. Prior rent paid applied to reduced total cost to own for replacement agreement, but not in full to same as cash amount.
The bedroom. Guys, that's one place it's better to do things the hard way. The easy part for guys is BlueChew.com. At BlueChew.com, get chewables with the same active ingredients as Viagra or Cialis, but cheaper. Medical consultation, but no doctor's office. Prescriptions, but no pharmacy visit. Try a free month for just $5 shipping using promo code YES at BlueChew.com. Confidence delivered. BlueChew.com. Promo code YES. The easy way to do it the hard way.
Memorial Health. You can be a
nurse,
mental health clinician,
medical assistant,
but you can also be a
after-hours musician,
family chef,
t-ball coach.
That's because we hire you, all of you, and treat you like a person, not a position. With great pay and excellent benefits, like retirement savings plans and tuition assistance. Come be you at UMass Memorial Health. Explore all we offer at wehireyou.org.
The home of the Revs, the Sports Hub.
Welcome back to the first intermission here in Florida. The Bruins here in Game 1 are scoreless with the Florida Panthers. Our first intermission interview was sponsored by TD Bank. And we're joined downstairs by Bruins defenseman Parker Wotherspoon. Parker, in that opening 20 minutes, did you almost feel like you were in rhythm from the last series?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, we obviously had a big win the other night, so to turn around is almost better for us, just to get right back into it instead of, thinking about, whatever, how good the win was. So it was good, we had a good jump today.
What'd you like about the start at both ends of the ice for your team?
We were, they're coming in fast, so, we moved pucks quick. We got it in deep and hit them, they had a few turnovers that we had a few chances that we could have buried, and I like our start.
Last thing, how does it change the mix with Derek Forbort in the lineup?
Obviously, he's a great player. Obviously, you see how big he is. He's got a big stick. He's physical. I like playing alongside of him. He's simple. He's simple like me, so, we work well together.
Thanks, Parker.
Thank you.
It's only human to be passionate, loyal, and all in when it comes to the Bruins, and it's only human to expect the same from your bank. And just like every season, TD will be here for all the wins, losses, and memorable moments. TD Bank, the bank of the Boston Bruins. Member FDIC, TD Bank, N.A. Pretty solid structured start for the Bruins.
There were a couple moments early in the period, though, Judd, right? Lundell's chance off of a rebound opportunity, and that was the Bruins not quite being able to, a couple times they couldn't clear the puck, but Florida trying to, reload and get going right back at them, trying to catch them in a change. But that was an excellent save made by Swayman. His most difficult save was made, with the right pad on the rebound chance by Lundell. And, I agree with Parker Wotherspoon. It's going to be a key to this whole series. How do they break the puck out? How do they handle the pressure on the forecheck of the Florida Panthers? And can they impose their will offensively in terms of the forecheck? I'm talking about the Bruins side of things. Yeah, Ekblad gave 2 pucks away in that first period. One bad one to Pasternak, and another one that went glanced off of a stick, but it was passed behind one of his forwards, and it led to another opportunity. So, and Ekblad's usually pretty sure-handed. He's a good defenseman, but made a couple of mistakes back there in that first period, and the Bruins trying to take advantage of it. Bobrovsky, both goaltenders were sharp in the first, and Swayman had to do most of his work early in the first period, and then Bobrovsky, I thought throughout the first period, and especially late, had to do some of his best work. Bruins were able to kill one of the power plays that the power play that the Florida Panthers had. Bruins still have 1 minute and 1 second remaining on their power play to start this second period, but yeah, I think if we were to peek in and listen to what Florida Panthers had to say in this period, it's probably going to be, we weren't that sharp. We've been off for a little while here. We won in 5 games in the first round. Weren't that sharp in the first period. I would almost hazard a guess that that's exactly what they say. And the Bruins, just like you asked Parker Wotherspoon in the interview there, does it translate? Does it roll over from that last series 2 days ago when you're winning Game 7 to what you're facing here today? And I could see the Bruins in good playoff mode right off the bat. Now whether Florida improves on that, I don't know. But maybe some of it had to do with the way the Bruins played in that first period. I'd like to think so.
Part of the reason that Sergei Bobrovsky had to be as active as he was, it looked like the Bruins were funneling a lot of pucks and bodies his direction.
Well, they were. But it starts off the turnovers by the Panthers, right, in their D zone. Pasternak walked in all alone. He's by himself. He had, whatever the numbers say, it doesn't matter, but he had probably 5 scoring attempts in that first period, 5 attempted shots, if I had to guess. You're looking at it right now.
Credited with 4 shots.
Yeah.
A total of 7 attempts.
Yeah, there you go. Even more than I thought. So, Yeah, he's been around it. That's the guy you want with the puck on his stick, and he walked. I mean, that first Ekblad turnover was terrible, and Pastrnak was a recipient. He tried to go 5-hole on a little deke on Bobrovsky. Bobrovsky made some interesting saves that first period. He made good saves, but he made some awkward saves, and I know that's kind of his style in some ways, but he's not a great puck handler. So, you're not afraid. Some goaltenders are really good at handling pucks, so when you're dumping it in, your game plan is to keep it away from them, whether it's a hard wraparound or whether it's Lindholm dumping it in off the wall so that Pastrnak can skate into it. But it's, you have to have the smart dumps. I don't think you're too concerned if Bobrovsky's going back to play pucks. You don't mind it that much. You don't want him to be able to stop it behind the net every time and set it up for his defenseman if they're going to cheat and get back on it. But, he's not a goaltender you say keep it away from him at all costs. Make sure that you have those dumps going in the right direction. So he's a little awkward. We know that. We've seen him enough times. We saw him when he played for Columbus. We saw him last season. He can be really effective. He can be a little leaky. And, you rattled off his numbers from the first round. Those aren't world beater numbers, but Tampa had one game where they really broke through and scored a bunch of goals. So that might skew it a little bit. But the Bruins had his number last year. He wasn't the reason they won. He made a big save on Marchand. I understand that on that breakaway when Marchand had it on his stick at the end of the game. Certainly he made the big save at the right time, but the Bruins scored 5 on him in Game 6. They had 5 goals on him in Game 6, and they lost that game. So, they can get to him. And I know that's a different Bruins team right now, but they can get to him. They're confident that they can get to him.
Bruins also had a terrific penalty kill in that first period. Didn't allow a shot on goal.
No, very, very good penalty kill. Like I said, I didn't think Florida was all that sharp in that first period. We'll see if that changes a little bit as this game goes on.
Scoring summary from the first. Neither team able to tally. Shots on goal in favor of the Bruins. 13-9 on the man advantage. The Panthers 0 for 1. The Bruins are going to carry over their first power play chance into the second period. There's 61 seconds remaining on a Sam Reinhart penalty for high sticking. And by the way, if you're interested, the face-offs, the Bruins won 7 of the 19 draws that were taken thus far here in the game. Joe Murray has your Sports Hub headlines next on the 98.5, the Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local New England Honda dealers.
Exmark mowers are known for their signature cut quality, legendary dependability, and an operator experience unlike any other. Because if something's worth doing, it's worth doing right. Don't miss out on limited time savings going on now at your local dealer.
The world needs ways to reduce carbon emissions.
We're working on solutions in our own operations.
Like carbon capture.
And clean energy from hydrogen.
So, who are we?
Believe it or not, ExxonMobil. And our solutions could help industries like manufacturing,
commercial transportation,
and power generation too.
Heavy industry with low emissions. Let's deliver.
Learn more at exxonmobil.com.
To Dwell Point, formerly Unicare, and 98.5 The Sports Hub, for face-offs for first responders, to let all first responders know it's okay to talk to someone when the job gets to be too much. We also want to let anyone listening to this message know that if you or a loved one are thinking about suicide or need emotional support, the Lifeline Network is available 24/7 to help you. Just text or call 988 and Lifeline will provide you confidential help for free from a skilled, trained crisis worker. There's hope in getting help. Call or text 988 now.
The only place to hear the game, the Sports Hub.
Let's pause 10 seconds for station ID on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network.
Boston. This is Boston's most listened to sports station. Boston's home for sports. 95 The Sports Hub. A Beasley Media Group station. Sports Hub headlines.
Only one game on the NHL scoreboard tonight, but we do have one NBA playoff game currently in action as the Pacers and New York Knicks tied at 62 with 8 minutes to go in the third quarter. That is game 1 of that series. The Celtics play game 1 of their series tomorrow night when they host Cleveland. Cavs off a 7-game series against the Magic. Victor Wembanyama has been named the NBA Rookie of the Year. Played for the Spurs this season and was the number 1 overall pick. And the Patriots are moving forward with a search for their next top football executive Elliott Wolf, the Patriots' current director of scouting, is considered the lead candidate for the role. The Patriots also released quarterback Nathan Rourke today. They signed him last season from Jacksonville. And the Red Sox begin a series in Atlanta on Tuesday night. Set a reminder for tomorrow, May 7th at 10 a.m. because Bruins Authentics is releasing the Game Used Centennial Home Jersey Set 3 that were worn during the 10 matchups from February 13th through March 19th. Don't wait to own an exclusive memorabilia piece from the Bruins Centennial. To learn more, visit BruinsAuthentics.com. No score after one period. Jeremy Swayman is in net. I'm Joe Murray. Judd and Bob, they will have the second period next. On the 98.5, the Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local New England Honda dealer.
Snap, Text, Save partners with local appliance retailers to help you beat online and big box pricing on appliances. First, snap a photo or screenshot of the appliance model number and price you're looking at. Then, text it to us at 617-600-SAVE and include your delivery zip code. Within minutes, we'll text you back with a guaranteed lower quote and the earliest delivery date. Snap, Text, Save, New England's easiest way to get the best pricing on appliances. Text us today at 617-600-SAVE.
Imagine a place where you are never far from your next adventure. Welcome to Prince Edward Island, Canada, a destination where the breathtaking views rejuvenate the soul. Discover 700 miles of coastline with white sand beaches and red cliffs, the freshest flavors from land and sea, world-class golf, outdoor adventures, and authentic cultural experiences. Come find your island. Prince Edward Island, the official travel destination of the NHL and a proud partner of the Boston Bruins. Learn more at explorepei.com. From the electricity out on the ice to the roar of the crowd in the stands, there's nothing quite like Bruins hockey. And this season, you can be there live to cheer them on. As the official ticketing partner of the Boston Bruins and the NHL, Ticketmaster has you covered with the largest selection of seats at a wide variety of price points. So get off the couch and get into the stands. Grab great seats to see the Bruins today at Ticketmaster.com/Bruins.
Now, it all started on a rainy Sunday, and I was enjoying a peaceful drive before the arrival of the in-laws when...
It's a disaster. That sneaky dog of yours got up on the counter and gobbled up the cake.
So, I can pick up...
It's gotta be from the place off Highway 9. Hurry, they're almost here.
Luckily, my Nissan Altima was built to handle the unexpected. With available intelligent all-wheel drive, I was able to save the day without a slip-up.
You made it.
Piece of cake.
Drive the Nissan Altima. Now get 0% APR financing on a new 2024 Nissan Altima SR VC Turbo. Shop at your local Nissan store or at nissanusa.com. Intelligent all-wheel drive cannot prevent collisions or provide enhanced traction in all conditions. Always monitor traffic and weather conditions. For well-qualified buyers, subject to Nissan Motor Acceptance Company credit approval. See dealer for financing details. Ends June 3rd, 2024.
Hey guys, don't take my word that Blue Chew can get things going in the bedroom. Take hers. And hers. And hers.
Oh, yeah.
Go to BlueChew.com right now and meet online with a licensed medical provider. If you qualify, Blue Chew will give you a free month's supply of chewables with the same active ingredients as Viagra or Cialis for just $5 shipping. Visit BlueChew.com and use the promo code YES for this amazing deal. Got it? Get it. BlueChew.com, promo code YES.
With Secret Outlast, you can go for a jog and smell like you didn't. With Secret Outlast, you can go for a jog in the middle of August and smell like you didn't. With Secret Outlast, you can go for a jog in the middle of August and accidentally finish first in a fun run.
We have a new winner.
And smell like you didn't. With Secret Outlast, you can do anything life throws your way and smell like you didn't. Secret provides 72-hour odor protection. Available in sticks or sprays. Secret works.
Felger and Maz, afternoons 2 to 6 on the Sports Hub.
Frederick hacked it to the near circle in the Florida end. Reinhart banks it over to the far side. Ekblad sent it up the middle. It's given away. Fired. Bobrovsky to save the rebound. Sent over the near side. Bobrovsky was scrambling. We're scoreless at the end of one. About ready to start the second period. The Bruins working right to left, and they'll start on the power play. They have 1 minute and 1 second remaining on a Sam Reinhart minor penalty for high sticking.
Yeah. I mean, good period for the Bruins, right? They're not on the board, but a good period for the Bruins. Thought Florida was maybe a little bit off, but they had some chances as well, especially early off the stick of Lundell. You know, talking to some people about Bobrovsky and just his style. We've seen him enough. We kind of have an understanding. Just we talk about how well he tracks the puck. He stays with it, and he can look a little awkward at times, but he tracks the puck extremely well. But he looked a little lackadaisical playing a couple of pucks. There were a couple of turnovers by Ekblad. One that led to a great opportunity from David Pastrnak. Maybe got that puck up a little bit where if he just slides it 5-hole, he's got some room there. You know, he got Bobrovsky to open up, just wasn't able to finish it off. So, I mean, Pasternak's 7 shot attempts in the first period. I'll take that.
Shots were hard to come by for Pastrnak in the first round as the Panthers win the faceoff. We're underway here in the second period, and it's cranked all the way down by Forsling. Stop back of the net by Swayman. Cruising up the left side is McAvoy. Bedded back for DeBrusk, center circle. He has 3 goals in the power play, and that currently leads the Stanley Cup playoffs, or is tied for the league lead.
Yeah, but those were early in the first round, so earlier in the first round. There's a huge one in Toronto in game 4.
Up the near side is McAvoy. 25 seconds left in the power play. Bruins drilled a long shot in, and it's icing as McAvoy couldn't win the race. So a little wrinkle there with the defenseman going
Yeah,
for
why
it.
not? Why not? They did it 5-on-5. It worked the other day. Why not give it another shot? You know how I love these early period power plays, Jeff. I just don't think you're in. It's
Ah! Hold on. This is... I can hear it now. Okay, you guys can hear me, but it's so crap. What is going on? Oh, the Panthers just scored. Okay, that's great. Hold on, everybody. I'm sorry. This is awful. I've never had this problem before. My audio and my mic shut off for some reason. I got my mic back. You guys can hear me, I'm pretty sure. It kind of sounds crappy, though. I'm going to try to get the scoreboard back on. Hold on. This is really bad. Yeah, my mic sounds so crappy. What is going on? Hold on. Let me try to share the screen.
Save. And Bobrovsky out well on top of the blue paint to make that stop and hold.
Well, that would stand to reason because Swayman's been dialed in. I was surprised that shot beat him, but if it glanced and just changed direction,
You guys hear the audio?
just enough, then that makes sense. Yeah, I can see that exactly, Jeb, what
Yeah,
you're
you
saying
guys.
there.
Okay, we're good.
But
Okay, we're
that
back.
play should have never happened.
Never again.
There's
Please do not
pressure
do that.
there, but it's not a lot.
I think we're back.
It's a play that's made all the time.
Okay. I'm going to shut off my face
See how the
cam.
Bruins respond.
I think we have it
7:24
back.
left here in the second. Panthers 1, Bruins nothing. Geekie in for the draw.
I mean, Pete just got to realize there that McAvoy's under some pressure. And you can't have your back to the puck there.
McAvoy shoots. He sailed it over the crossbar. And then Barkov just nearly gave the puck away to Pasternak.
I think McAvoy and Lindholm could have handled that a little bit better, but I think Beecher could have handled it way better.
Here's Lindholm, far circle of his own zone. Sorts it out, sends it ahead to Geekie, hands it back to Pasternak. Spins the pass to Geekie, he'll backhand it deep. Bobrovsky back of the net. Scraped it over to the near side. High slot, Pasternak, left of the net. Out in front, Bobrovsky, the shot. They score! Morgan Geekie after Bobrovsky took out one of the Bruins in front, gets a loose puck, and the Bruins answer quickly. Bruins 1, Panthers 1.
Yeah, it was Zacha that he took out because Pasternak got this loose puck and he started attacking from the slot. He made the pass down low to Zacha. And an aggressive play made by Bobrovsky to keep that puck out of the net, but it's Geekie who's going to follow it up. That's another turnover by the Florida Panthers. Was that Ekblad again that turned that puck over? So the pass to Zacha wasn't quite there, and he ends up running over Bobrovsky, but it's well outside the blue paint, and that's initiated by Bobrovsky. So there won't be any goalie interference, and then it's Geekie who finishes it off. The Bruins did this the other night against Toronto. Right after a goal was scored against them, they answered right away. What a great answer by that line. Paul Maurice is looking at it closely, but no way. Not when Bobrovsky comes out that far and initiates it.
Absolutely. So the Bruins answer back quickly, and it's a 1-1 game with just over 7 minutes remaining here in the second period.
That's another turnover by Florida inside their own zone. We just criticized the Bruins for a turnover, but the Panthers have had a few of them.
And arguably by their best guy.
I don't know if that was Ekblad or not. I have to go back and see that, but he was involved. Bobrovsky to Ekblad. Ekblad tried to go up the boards with it. It goes off at Geekie and right into the middle of the ice for David Pasternak. He's had a shaky start to this game one. Ekblad, I'm talking about. It was a tough play. I mean, Bobrovsky kind of handcuffs him a little bit, so he's facing the boards. He's got to try to get that puck off the boards and up the ice, but it goes off of Geekie and right into the middle.
Remember, Ekblad missed the tail end of the regular season, as we're going to have an icing call here on the Bruins, and the faceoff will come down to our right. He only played 51 games during the regular season. He was battling something down the stretch.
Well, he missed the beginning of the season from the playoffs last year, right?
Yes, he had shoulder surgery. He had an array of injuries that he played through.
He was hurt in the Bruins series and played through it.
He and Montour. Montour played with a torn labrum, I think, most of the season. And he also started late after having shoulder surgery. Face-off near circle, the Bruins control. Paddle it up the glass. Maroon makes sure this puck gets out, and it rolls deep. And we have another icing call here on the Bruins.
Fans of Video Bank and Patrice Bergeron have teamed up again this season for Assists for Kids. For every Boston assist, they'll donate $50 up to $37,000 to help Metro West youth hockey players pay for hockey. Get details at avideobank.com/Team Bergeron. Avidia Bank, honest to goodness, member FDIC, member DIF.
Bruins in Game 7 against Tampa scored 81 seconds after the Toronto Maple Leafs opened the scoring, in that series. And here the Bruins getting virtually a similar goal. Tkachuk scores at 11:45, Geekie at 12:52. High slot now, Tkachuk led it over to the near side. Montour hit hard by Brown. Along the near wall, the Bruins trying to kick it free. Forbert jamming away. Back of the net it goes to his partner Wotherspoon. Cranked it off the glass out to center ice. Forbert along the near side of his own line. Dished it up left wing. This puck goes north. And Tkachuk back in his own end.
Bruins trying to get a line change. That was after the icing call. And they got the three forwards off the ice. The D are still out there.
Puck skids by Montour. This goes all the way down. And we've got to stop with 6:07 left here in the second.
Another icing. Forbert a little bit gassed right now. Him and Wotherspoon have to stay out. That's 2 icings in a row. The forwards are all at least fresh.
Chris Rooney, the referee, had his arm in the air as though he were... Now it's the referee, so if he sticks his arm in the air, you think penalty. And I think, is that what we have?
Looks like it.
Because normally the linesman will indicate icing.
Too many men on the ice? Is that what he's called?
That's what he's calling.
Well, Montgomery is hot. I think he's hot at his team.
Right after the Bruins had tied the game. Bruins going shorthanded for the second time. Maybe we'll get a look at it. Panthers win the draw. Far point, Montour, rink wide, Tkachuk. Tkachuk right circle. Back up top it comes, Montour. Flings it across. High slot, Montour. Shoots, just wide. He can drill it. The Bruins hammered up the middle and out to center ice. Marchand gets that. He and Coyle are gone. Minute 35 left on the Bruins penalty. 5:40 left here in the second. One apiece. Here in game 1, left of the net. It's sent toward the front of the cage, and Swayman sticks out the left leg and denies the captain, Sasha Barkov.
That's a well-executed give and go. Barkov moves it to the left, and then he jumps into the play. Getting a look at the replay on the too many men on the ice, and it's a no-brainer. Easy call for the referee, the right one. Not sure where the mix-up was, but sometimes you get a guy going to the bench, somebody hops out, he plays the puck when he shouldn't play it. That wasn't the case. They had 6 guys out there.
Jim Montgomery is still trying to shake this off on the bench as the Bruins are sweating it out. Face off far circle.
Not the first time this playoff they've been called for it.
Bruins win the draw. Forbert stripped of the puck. It's drilled up the middle. Tkachuk's got it. High slot Montour. Far circle Berhage pulls, drags, shoots, blocked, and the Bruins can't spin it out. Montour, high slot, fires over the crossbar. He was going high blocker. Puck slammed around to the near side. Tkachuk. Near hash to the near corner. Barkov. To the bumper, it's fired, and Swayman the stop. The rebound.
Great save made right there.
Beecher eats the puck, and the Bruins dive to get it down.
That's a huge save made on Reinhart. Dangerous every time he has the puck in that area.
Just under 5 minutes remaining in the second, one apiece. 43 seconds left in the Bruins penalty. Far side, the Bruins jump in, create a turnover, and they bang it ahead. Here's Coyle. He'll skate it to the center circle. Now feed it back into his own zone. The Bruins are going to rag off a little time. Carlo chops it up the near side. Marchand trying to twist away from a check. The Bruins fire it out to the neutral zone, and Lindholm will snap it all the way down. 18 seconds left on the penalty being served by Morgan Geekie. Puck pounded in deep by the Panthers. Near side, Rodriguez chopped down.
Yeah.
Lundell lost it, and the Bruins push it ahead. Here's Frederick.
Chopped down by Lindholm that time.
Frederick near side, traps the puck. He'll sweep it around. The Bruins changing. Lohrei keeps it in. Bruins back to full strength. Puck zipped back of the net. Geekie dives in for it. He's the guy who served the penalty for too many men. The Bruins trying to win a battle. High slot. Wotherspoon lofts it behind the Panthers' net. Forsling spun around. Tarasenko can't get it out. Wotherspoon left of the net. Lohrei shoots. He scores! His first career Stanley Cup playoff goal. He goes top shelf right onto the bar. Bruins 2, Panthers 1.
Oh, what a great finish by Lohrei. The Bruins are going to keep this thing in. So this is right after they kill the penalty for too many men on the ice. And Geekie comes out. He's part of the offense here. They keep this puck alive. They're on the forecheck on Forsling. It's Geekie that creates or finishes the hit. Zacha's going to pick up this puck after Lohrei had pinched down the boards. He's going to find Lohrei in the left wing circle. Now Lohrei is below the dot in the left wing circle. He's going to go short side high, just under the bar, right up by the ear of Sergei Bobrovsky. Not a lot of space there. We see goals like that all the time. I don't understand it with the goalies. It's beyond my pay grade with the goaltenders. But he leaves just a little bit of room short side high, and Lohrei finds it.
And the Bruins with their first lead. On the line far side now, Opozo had his stick lifted. Straight back of the net over to the near side of the Bruins zone. The Bruins are moving right to left here in the second period. Near corner, Opozo jammed against the wall. Back of the net, Wotherspoon, a hit. Bruins dribble it to the left point. Ekman-Larsson shot hit a skate, and the Bruins snap it out to the neutral zone. Florida tags back up, in it goes. Around it comes Wotherspoon. He'll fire it back of the net. A little more time and room for forward. Puck on edge. Drilled it ahead. Brown took the hit at the red line.
When you can change sides like that, it's going to give you some time.
Pass to the middle. Beecher got a piece of it. Far side, Cousins shoots. Far corner, Cousins rattles it back of the net. Reinhart, look out. He'll bang it up top. Kulikov, high slot. Far circle. Reinhart shoots, deflected, and Swayman got it with his right skate. Trouble here. Cousins finished hard by Maroon, back of the net. Maroon getting chopped at by Cousins. High slot. Ekblad shoots, and Swayman makes the stop as Lundell got knocked down out in front. And Maroon staring over him and just barking at him. 2:31 left here in the second. Bruins 2 and the Panthers 1. We'll take a timeout on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local New England Honda dealers.
Groceries, check. Clean bathroom, check. Take out the trash, check. Lawn care? You know what? I'll let True Green take this one. True Green is the official lawn care treatment provider of the PGA Tour. They'll give you a pro-level lawn and the guaranteed lowest price thanks to their verified price match. The best lawn, the best price, guaranteed. Check, check, check. Visit TrueGreen.com to make your to-do list a whole lot better.
Exmark mowers are known for their signature cut quality, legendary dependability, and an operator experience unlike any other. Because if something's worth doing, it's worth doing right. Don't miss out on limited time savings going on now at your local dealer.
At Enterprise, we know you're constantly on the move. Getting this?
Thanks, Mom.
Fixing that. You reach a destination, and then it's on to the next. And when life is moving at the speed of, well, life, Enterprise is right there with you, around the corner and around the globe. We'll keep you moving forward. Enterprise, for lives in drive.
Moments like my daughter telling me a new joke mean a lot to me. But after being diagnosed with metastatic breast cancer, or MBC, which is breast cancer that is spread to other parts of the body, they mean even more. I take Ibrance, palbociclib.
Ibrance 125 milligram tablets with an aromatase inhibitor is for adults with HR-positive, HER2-negative MBC as the first hormonal-based therapy. Ask your doctor about Ibrance and visit Ibrance.com. Ibrance may cause low white blood cell counts that may lead to serious infections. Ibrance may cause severe inflammation of the lungs. Both of these can lead to death. Tell your doctor right away if you have new or worsening symptoms, including trouble breathing, shortness of breath, cough, or chest pain. Before taking Ibrance, tell your doctor if you have fever, chills, or other signs of infection, liver or kidney problems, are or plan to become pregnant, or are breastfeeding. Common side effects include low red blood cell and low platelet counts, infections, tiredness, nausea, nausea, sore mouth, abnormalities in liver blood tests, diarrhea, hair thinning or loss, vomiting, rash, and loss of appetite.
The Celtics play here at the Sports Hub.
Bruins with a 2-1 lead with 2:31 remaining here in the second period of Game 1. The helpers on the last Bruins goal right now are being credited to Parker Wotherspoon and Pavel Zacha. Mason Lohrei, the goal scorer for those feeds. The Shaw's and Star Market Foundation donates another $200 to the Greater Boston Food Bank to help fight food insecurity. Learn more about feeding the puck for families at 985thesportshub.com/feedthepuck. Face-off, far circle in the Bruins zone. Lindholm pins his guy against the glass. And the pass to the middle. Montour can't handle it. He has to scramble back into his own zone. Watched by Marchand. Up the right side of Reinhart, who had a great chance earlier this period. Banked ahead. Losterinen couldn't get it in. And the Bruins swatted back into the neutral zone.
His chance was on the power play, but the Bruins have done a pretty good job so far with him at 5-on-5.
Now Mikkola took a hit. Puck sent up the far side, and the Bruins deflected inadvertently off a Panthers stick onto their bench with 1:58 left in the second. Bruins on top 2-1.
Yeah, I thought maybe Geekie would get a helper on the on one of those goals there, but he did a nice job pinching down the wall. No, that was the that was the goal by Geekie. Got one of the goals, I thought. And then the second goal, that Lohrei, that was a nice play there from getting that puck down to him after he pinched to help keep that puck in. He continued on, and that was a breakdown in coverage by Florida, but what a finish. Short side high over Bobrovsky.
Kachuk, who opened the scoring, left it along the near side for Ekblad. Cut off in the neutral zone by Lindholm. And now brought in by Kachuk. He'll wrench it back into the near corner. Lindholm swats it back of the net. McAvoy blew a tire. Up to the high slot, wristed toward the front of the net and deflected just wide by Verhaeghe, who had flashed to the front. The Bruins bang it ahead and all the way down.
He got there. He redirected that puck, and that went back to the blocker side or right pad of Swayman and just wide.
Faceoff will come back into the Bruins zone on the icing call, and again, the Bruins having a hard time winning faceoffs. They've won only 38%. In the first round against Toronto, it was 43.8%. That was the worst among the first-round teams.
Well, two of the goals that Toronto scored were direct results of face-off losses after icings.
Stenlund out to take the draw against Geekie. Stenlund's kicked out of there. Rodriguez is barking away, so Geekie will take it now against Rodriguez, the former Terrier.
5 and 6.
Bruins win the draw. Back of the net. Nowhere to go with the puck. Cut off by Tarasenko. He was acquired at the deadline from Ottawa. He was essentially able to pick his spot because he had a no-movement clause. Bruins can't get the puck out. Left point. Fanning on the shot was Rodriguez. He got it back. Walks to the middle. Saucer to Kulikov. Over to the near side, Kulikov. Up top, Rodriguez. Shoots. Swayman the save. He leaves a rebound. The Bruins dribble it up the middle and out. 55 seconds left here in the second. Geekie heads off. And this puck is sent deep into the Bruins zone.
Oh, no, it would have been an icing, but Swayman came out to play it.
And the Panthers thought it was going to be an icing too, so they stopped.
Offside. That goes back to, we talked about this in the Toronto series, right? These linesmen got it right. If the goalie makes a move to go out and play it on an icing call, it's no icing. And they missed that a couple of times against Toronto when Joseph Woll came out to play pucks, and they missed it, and one of them ended up in the back of the net for the Bruins. But Swayman came out to play it on a delayed icing, and you can see the linesman pointing at the goaltender. They got it right. And another faceoff back in Boston zone after the offside call when the pass originates from the defensive zone.
Now you got to deal with Sasha Barkov, who's nominated again for a Selke Trophy.
But the Bruins were able to get a line change.
Coyle's going to have to step in and take it against Barkov. And the Bruins win it cleanly. Rattle it up the left side, out to center ice. This will swerve back into the Panthers zone. And we have an icing call again. So the faceoff will come all the way back down. Jim Montgomery also has Trent Frederick out there. So you got a lefty and a righty center.
Barkov's going to take it on the other side. After the icing call, he gets his choice where to take it. The last one was offside, so it had to be on the right wing side to the left, Swayman. Now they're going to go to the other side, I should say.
This is Coyle's strong side. 38 seconds left here in the second. Barkov wins this. Sent along the far side. Coyle jumped in, poked it to the blue line, couldn't get it out. Back of the net, Forbert reaches out for it. It's drilled up the left side all the way down into the Florida end. Racing forward is Frederick, scooped up by Coyle. Coyle stops. Right circle, Carlo shoots, he scores! Brandon Carlo with 21 seconds left in the period, sizzles one in. Way to go, Dad! Bruins 3, Panthers 1.
Wow, that's got to feel so good for Brandon Carlo after what he's been through here the last couple of days. His wife's probably been through a little bit more, but all the travel for Carlo. What a play by Charlie Coyle and Trent Frederick. They get this puck out. Frederick keeps it alive. Coyle's going to pull up, draw two Panthers to him. They both go flybys. And he pulls up on the left wing side. He's going to find Brandon Carlo wide open, coming in late. Ekblad is screening Bobrovsky. He's right in his kitchen. You got Marchand and Ekblad right there. Bobrovsky doesn't even see it. It's going to go up over the glove hand side. Just under the bar.
Everybody here is stunned. That's 3 unanswered goals by the Bruins.
Great play by Coyle and Frederick. I hope they give Frederick an assist on that goal. And that's got to feel great for Carlo. But, man, Ekblad has just been...
Bruins ice the puck with 3.5 seconds left. Faceoff will come down to our right. And we'll know as the series unfolds whether or not that's attributed to rust.
He's tied up with Marchand, but... He gives Bobrovsky no chance to see the shot. But Carlo's so open because two guys do a flyby on Charlie Coyle when he pulls up on the left wing side.
That's 2 goals from Bruins defensemen here in the period. For Carlo, it's his second of the playoffs. They're going to redo this one.
Pasternak jumped early.
This is a Bruins team that during the regular season...
What's with the clock, first of all, here, Judd? They gotta set that up. Okay, they had 18 minutes on the clock.
They were going to the intermission.
3.5 seconds to go still.
Face off far circle, the Bruins end. 3-1 Bruins. Kiki in for the draw. Panthers win it. This will skitter out to the neutral zone, and that's going to do it for the second period. The Boston Bruins in the second period score 3 times. The Panthers once. At the end of 40 minutes here in Game 1, Bruins 3, Panthers 1. Beers and I will bring you back for the second intermission in a moment on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local New England Honda dealers.
Exmark mowers are known for their signature cut quality, legendary dependability, and an operator experience unlike any other. Because if something's worth doing, it's worth doing right. Don't miss out on limited time savings going on now at your local dealer.
At Enterprise, we know you're constantly on the move. Getting this?
Thanks, Mom.
Fixing that. You reach a destination. And then it's on to the next. And when life is moving at the speed of, well, life, Enterprise is right there with you, around the corner and around the globe. We'll keep you moving forward. Enterprise, for lives in drive.
Attention nurses. Simplify your job hunt with Incredible Health. Visit IncredibleHealth.com for a tailored experience. Create your profile effortlessly, showcase skills, set preferences, and let top employers compete for you. It's free. Enjoy complimentary interview prep, career coaching, and an AI resume builder. Your next career move is a click away. Visit IncredibleHealth.com today and take off in your nursing career in 2024.
Snap Text Save partners with local appliance retailers to help you beat online and big box pricing on appliances. First, snap a photo or screenshot of the appliance model number and price you're looking at. Then, text it to us at 617-600-SAVE and include your delivery zip code. Within minutes, we'll text you back with a guaranteed lower quote and the earliest delivery date. Snap Text Save, New England's easiest way to get the best pricing on appliances. Text us today at 617-600-SAVE.
¿Tiene cobertura de Medicaid? Tome medidas para asegurarse de que usted y su familia conserven la cobertura. Es fácil. Solo debe mantener actualizada su información de contacto para que el Estado pueda comunicarse con usted cuando sea su turno de renovar. Asegúrese de estar atento a recibir correspondencia del Estado de Rhode Island. Luego tome medidas de inmediato. Si tiene seguro médico a través de Medicaid, es fácil asegurarse de conservar la cobertura. Para obtener más información o pedir ayuda con su renovación de Medicaid, visite staycovered.ri.gov.
Check out our podcast with the 98.5 The Sports Hub app.
It's drilled up the left side all the way down into the Florida end. Racing forward is Frederick, scooped up by Coyle. Coyle stops. Right circle, Carlo shoots, he scores! Brandon Carlo with 21 seconds left in the period, sizzles one in. Way to go, Dad! Bruins 3, Panthers 1. That's our Bruins Exceptional Play, presented by Timberline Construction, providing truly exceptional service in construction management, pre-construction, design, build, and due diligence support. Learn more at timberlineconstruction.com. Timberline Construction, exceptional, no exceptions. We've hit the second intermission here in Florida in Game 1, and the Bruins are on top 3-1 over the Panthers. We could start with the Carlo play, but for the Bruins, a huge, crucial goal, which really was a gut shot to the Panthers. They were late in the second.
Well, yeah, I mean, but I think you got to start with Geeky's goal, right? Because that's the answer after Florida scores. We just finished talking about how Tkachuk was able to put one behind Swayman. It might have glanced off of Lindholm, and it's an area that I think plagued the Bruins last year. So we're going to start with the glass half empty, right? It's an area that plagued the Bruins last year. The unforced errors, and it wasn't so unforced, but it wasn't a ton of pressure either. They had full possession of the puck. At the top of the circles, the Bruins did. Lindholm goes over to McAvoy. He has to take it on his backhand. He tries to go off the wall, which he does because he's got a forechecker coming on him, to Beecher. Does Beecher present himself and make himself as available as he should? No, he doesn't. And the pass goes behind him. So full possession. Lindholm, McAvoy, Beecher, 3 guys against 2 Panthers. Florida ends up with the puck. Puck ends up at the back of the net. Those are the areas right there, Judd, that I thought plagued the Bruins last year in their series against Florida. Florida's going to come hard with their forecheck. So how do you handle that? But the unforced errors that they had last season, I think, which really doomed them. And it was a number of the defensemen that had issues with handling that. So I think that's a combination right there of the forward and the defenseman not being connected and not executing just, a simple like D-to-D pass as well as it could have been. So, but it's the answer, right? So Toronto scores in Game 7 to give them a 1-0 lead. Next shift, Bruins are on the board tying that game at 1. Changed everything. And that was the goal by Lindholm. Today, it's Geeky, and it's a good forecheck by the Bruins. The Bruins haven't been perfect coming out of their own zone, but they've been pretty good for the most part. Florida's been in a giving mood, and the Bruins have taken advantage of it. The goal by Geeky, great answer right away. Nice finish there. What a shot by Lohrei. All alone, left wing circle. He's below the dot. It's not a great angle, but whatever these goalies are being taught in this reverse VH and whatever they call it, but they leave the short side high, always open, and it's right by the ear of Bobrovsky. Great shot, great finish, and then they followed up with another one by Brandon Carlo. Two defensemen, Lohrei and Carlo, scoring here today. Terrific effort by Frederick, and then by Coyle. And you had 2 Panthers doing a flyby, and it's going to leave Carlo wide open on the pass from Coyle.
Here's you talk about the answer with the Morgan Geeky goal, and that comes 67 after Matthew Tkachuk opened the scoring. In some ways, the Mason Lohrei goal was also a response because the Bruins were shorthanded just a couple of seconds
men on the
before
ice.
that.
How many times now? 3? 3 this playoff? I mean, they definitely had a couple in the first round against Toronto, at least 2 that I can remember, and now 1 here, and Jim Montgomery was just pacing. He was so upset there, and that wasn't a no-brainer. That wasn't even close.
That's their 4th.
That's their 4th. Okay, I thought there might have been 1 more against Toronto. I wasn't sure, but they had, I say sometimes when you're jumping on the ice on a line change, and you want to get involved in the play, and the puck's coming in, you play the puck, and the guy's not off the ice yet. sometimes you can accept that just because you're anxious, right? Even though you can't play that puck until your man gets all the way off the ice. That one, no. And I don't know where the screw-up was. I don't know where the mix-up was. And, you know, you can always point to the coaches and say that, you know, they need to do a better job there. But I can tell you from experience, a lot of times it's not the coaches. You know, it's user error. It's the players. You know, they're jumping with the wrong guy, or somebody's coming off the ice. They turn around and stay in the play, and somebody's already hopped on for them. You know, that's not a coach not having his players ready to make a line change. And, you know, it's going to the criticism falls on the coach. That's the guy that has to fall on the sword for it. But they had 6 guys out there, and there was a big mix-up, and you could see him pacing up and down the bench. He was not happy with somebody over there.
Scoring summary. All the goals in the game came in the second period. Matthew Tkachuk opened it up with his 4th at 11:45, but Morgan Geekie 67 seconds later, his 3rd from Pavel Zacha and David Pastrnak at 12:52 to tie it. And then Mason Lohrei, his first career Stanley Cup playoff goal at 16:17 from Parker Wotherspoon, his first assist, by the way, ever in the Stanley Cup playoffs. Pavel Zacha also picked up a helper. Time of that goal, 16-17, and then with 21 seconds left, Brandon Carlo sizzled in his second of the playoffs from Charlie Coyle and Trent Frederick at 19:39. Shots on goal at the end of 2 in favor of the Panthers, 24-21 on the power play. The Bruins 0 for 1, and the Panthers 0 for 2. Music of the game is brought to you by Live Nation. Blink-182 One More Time tour live at Fenway on July 23rd with special guest Pierce the Veil. Get tickets now at redsox.com/Blink-182. Joe Murray has your Sports Hub headlines next on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local New England Honda dealers.
Exmark mowers are known for their signature cut quality, legendary dependability, and an operator experience unlike any other. Because if something's worth doing, it's worth doing right. Don't miss out on limited time savings going on now at your local dealer.
Oh, the weekend. That magical, mythical 48 hours where you are free to do anything but work. So while you're working on your lawn, that's True Green's job. True Green is the official lawn care treatment provider of the PGA Tour. They'll give you a pro-level lawn and the guaranteed lowest price thanks to their verified price match. Let the lawn experts do your lawn care, because you've got way better things to do. Visit TrueGreen.com to get the best lawn at the best price, guaranteed.
What makes Contour Next diabetes test strips next level? A few reasons. They're the #1 over-the-counter brand. Next, they give you highly accurate results in seconds. Next, they're more affordable than many insurance copays. Next, they're doctor recommended. And they work with all Contour Next meters. Next level diabetes testing? That's over-the-counter Contour Next test strips. Wahoo! Use with our Contour Next Gen meter.
Hey guys, don't take my word that Blue Chew can get things going in the bedroom. Take hers. And hers. And hers.
Oh, yeah.
Go to BlueChew.com right now and meet online with a licensed medical provider. If you qualify, Blue Chew will give you a free month's supply of chewables with the same active ingredients as Viagra or Cialis for just $5 shipping. Visit BlueChew.com and use the promo code YES for this amazing deal. Got it? Get it. BlueChew.com, promo code YES.
Você está coberto pelo Medicaid? Tome medidas para se certificar de que você e a sua família estão cobertos. É fácil. Basta manter as suas informações de contato atualizadas para que o Estado possa contactar quando for a sua vez de renovar. Esteja atento ao correio do Estado de Rhode Island. Em seguida, haja de imediato. Para saber mais ou obter ajuda com a renovação do seu Medicaid, visite staycovered.ri.gov. É o staycovered.ri.gov.
The home of the Revs, the Sports Hub.
Let's pause 10 seconds for station ID on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network.
Boston, this is Boston's most listened to sports station. Boston's home for sports. 95, the Sports Hub. The Easily Media Group station. Sports Hub headlines.
All right, 2 games in the NBA tonight. New York leads the Pacers 118-117 with 10 seconds remaining in that one in the first game. And later on tonight, Denver hosts the Timberwolves, and Victor Wembanyama has won the NBA Rookie of the Year. The Bruins have made it to round 2 of the playoffs. The Pro Shop powered by 47, as you covered, with everything you need to rep the black and gold in the postseason. Shop exclusive Bruins playoff tees, hats, pucks, and more. Visit BostonBruinsProShop.com to shop online or stop by the hub on Causeway to make sure you're geared up for the hard-hitting playoff action. I'm Joe Murray, Judd, and Bob. They have the third period next on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V and your local New England Honda.
The world needs ways to reduce carbon emissions.
We're working on solutions in our own operations,
like carbon capture
and clean energy from hydrogen.
So, who are we?
Believe it or not, ExxonMobil. And our solutions could help industries like manufacturing,
commercial transportation,
and power generation too.
Heavy industry with low emissions. Let's deliver.
Learn more at ExxonMobil.com.
The Bruins are back on the ice, and this season you can be in the stands to experience it all live. Shop a wide variety of seats for every match from Ticketmaster, the official ticketing partner of the Boston Bruins and the NHL. And make sure you don't miss a single moment. And rest assured, if your plans change, Ticketmaster has you covered, so you can securely sell your seats to other fans with just a few taps. Get tickets now at Ticketmaster.com/Bruins.
When you switch to high-efficiency heat pumps, you're creating a more sustainable future for your business. And National Grid is here to help you make the upgrade with rebates on a wide range of innovative heat pump equipment. Heat and cool with an all-in-one solution through New England cold and sweltering summers. Enjoy sustainability that's designed to last for businesses of all sizes and lower your carbon footprint for years to come. It's time for the future. Find the right heat pump solution for your business at ngrid.com/sportshub today.
Imagine a place where you are never far from your next adventure. Welcome to Prince Edward Island, Canada, a destination where the breathtaking views rejuvenate the soul. Discover 700 miles of coastline with white sand beaches and red cliffs, the freshest flavors from land and sea, world-class golf, outdoor adventures, and authentic cultural experiences. Come find your island. Prince Edward Island, the official travel destination of the NHL and a proud partner of the Boston Bruins. Learn more at explorepei.com.
Cup noodles is now in a paper cup. Now easier. Now faster. Now microwavable. The original cup noodles. Same noodles, same great taste. Now in a microwavable paper cup.
Hockey season means it's Peerless Boiler season. Now is the perfect time to replace your old boiler and water heater with a new Peerless Boiler and Pavilion tankless water heater. Don't wait. Act now. Go to PeerlessBoilers.com for a dealer near you. Remember, Peerless Boilers, the world's best built boilers.
The only place to hear the game, the Sports Hub. Now it's time to look back at 100 years of Boston Bruins hockey, presented by Granite City Electric.
You fella! You're crazy! You're crazy! Because you fell, you fat pig! Have another donut! Have another donut!
Back on this date in 1988, the Boston Bruins defeated the New Jersey Devils 7-1 in Game 5 of their conference final series. After the game, Devils head coach Jim Schoenfeld and referee Don Koharski got in a shouting match in the hallway, leading to Schoenfeld's suspension, which he later appealed, for Game 6 of this series.
Something about a donut. Wasn't something about a donut?
That's it. Have another donut.
I'm kidding.
That look back, we love Coho. That look back at 100 years of Bruins hockey was presented by Granite City Electric Supply, celebrating 100 years of service to electrical contractors and our communities throughout New England. But at GraniteCityElectric.com. Both teams back on the ice. We're about ready to start the third period. Bruins will be working left to right, leading, heading into this third period 3-1 here in Game 1 against the Panthers. Game 2 will take place here in Sunrise, and slowly but surely the games will be a little bit earlier. Game 2, the Duncan pregame at 7, the puck drop at 7:30.
Yeah, then we got a 7 o'clock game and then 6:30 for Game 4. 6:30 on Sunday, Game 4.
Marchand out on the ice.
None of these 8:20 games. No complaints.
None at all.
Playing hockey in May, Judd.
Maybe that's one of the reasons that
playing hockey in May. We'll take him anytime we can get him.
Morgan Geekie was able to score that huge goal, and he's had a terrific game thus far. And by the way, Pavel Zacha says Geekie's a guy who likes the long nap, and he loves the late faceoff.
Judd, quick question for you on stats.
Oh, no. I haven't even looked.
Oh, no, I'm going to ask you.
Puck rimmed over to the near side. Lostarina, near corner, back of the net. Out in front, his backhand. He almost threw it in top shelf.
He tried to.
Back of the net. McAvoy down on his knees. Bottled up by Lostarina, who had a good chance earlier in the game. Back of the net. Lindholm with a stick lift. Far side, Montour eludes DeBrusque. Back of the net. Here's Reinhart. Banked it up top. Here it comes. Mikola's shot deflects through the blue paint as the Bruins try to tie up some sticks. Up top, here's Mikkola. Shoots, and it's loved by Swayman. We'll have a face-off in the Bruins end.
If I'm the forwards of Florida Panthers, I'm looking at Mikkola and say, what are you doing right there? There's nobody in front. You're taking a wrist shot from the blue line. We've got the Bruins back on their heels. We've got possession of the puck. And you're going to fire a wrist shot from the blue line that Swayman easily sees in gloves? Like, you got to be smarter than that. That's a good shift for the Panthers offensively. The forwards doing a lot of the dirty work down low. You had a chance for Lostarina right off the bat. And then you're going to do that?
Paul Maurice in his 26th year behind the bench.
Like,
I guarantee he spotted it.
When you go to the bench there, you can. I'll guarantee you this. Matt Tkachuk is looking at him going, what are you doing?
Chuck bangs it to the left of the Bruins net. Bruins fired up the near side. Barkov keeps it in. It's sent out in front, and Swayman a glove save.
Yeah, like this is Sam Bennett there, too. Bennett would be giving him the stink eye coming to the bench. Like, you got to be smarter than that. So how many hits do you think the Bruins had through 2 periods? Over, under?
I'm going to say 40.
You're only saying that because you know it's going to be high, because I'm asking you the question.
Yes.
54.
Face-off near circle in the Bruins end.
I don't know what they consider hits. They must crank them up in the playoffs, huh?
Makes the box score more exciting.
I guess, yeah.
High slot Kulikov, left point Ekman Larson. Here it comes. Swayman the save.
I don't think it ever got through to him. Bruce a penalty.
This draws a penalty here. So Bobrovsky off of the extra attacker. Brazo grabs it, and Florida with some early momentum going to the power play. Bruins up 3-1.
Minute and a half to start the third period, all in the Bruins zone.
Boston 27, minor penalty, holding stick.
It's going to be Lindholm going to the box for holding the stick in front of the net.
Now you got a penalty killer off the ice.
Verhaeghe. Yeah, good call.
Panthers 0 for 2 with a man advantage thus far. Face-off near circle, the Bruins end. Barkov in for the draw. He'll take it against Coyle. No early movement. Coyle rolls up the sleeves. Barkov wins it, but the Bruins get through the circle, and it's sizzled all the way down by Marchand.
It's a 50-50 puck. Carlo got to it and got it to Marchand.
Here's Reinhart up the right side. Leads center circle. Barkov over the line right side. Picked out of midair by Marchand. He sent it over to the near wall. I think he was hoping for Coyle to burst through. And the puck either way winds up in the Florida end. Now miscommunication for Verhaeghe to Barkov. Barkov will wheel ahead. Right wing out at center ice. It's brought in by Reinhart. Up to the far side. Now left point Verhaeghe. Big screen out in front. Swayman the save. The rebound. Retrieved by the Panthers. It squirts to the middle right circle. Fired off the side of the net. Now Montour shoots. That didn't get through, and it's clear. It is. Tkachuk couldn't finish.
Well, he was on a tight angle. He's at the base of the right wing circle, but it looked like he had some net to shoot out there. That puck ricocheted, or they moved it over to him. Swayman's playing a quick turnaround shot in front, but instead they moved the puck over to Tkachuk in the right circle.
Verhaeghe to the high slot. The pass drifts to the right point. Bruins short for another 50 seconds. The puck floats to the near side. 3-1 Bruins. We played 2.5 minutes of the third. Bruins under duress. Up top for Montour. Bump to the far side. Tkachuk flings it out in front, and Reinhart couldn't get a shot off. I think McAvoy bothered him. And now it's flipped to Swayman, who gloves it. And Reinhart is knocked off stride by a couple of Bruins.
Yeah, Reinhart just does his thing. Okay, I'm going to get out of here. He doesn't really get involved in that stuff very much. But Tkachuk, I'd like to see that replay again to see how much net he had to shoot at. Swayman made a couple of saves. That nice pass from Barkov. He had a little net, but Wotherspoon was getting over. Barkov with a backhand pass. Yeah, he had some net up top that time. Put it short side and wide.
He has the lone Panthers goal. They opened the scoring, and then the Bruins scored the next 3. Bruins win the draw. Rushed all the way down by Carlo. Bruins short for another 27 seconds. Now Ekman Larson, second
first and
unit
foremost, killing this penalty, then Judd, but then now they got to get their feet moving.
Here's Tarasenko. Send it out in front. Swayman the stop. It's still free and fought for. A big pileup right out in front of Swayman. And the referee blows the whistle. 12 seconds left in the Lindholm penalty.
Don't want to see this period played inside their own zone. 2-goal lead. You know, Florida's going to have that sense of urgency. You've got to expect that. You realize that, but you've got to match it. I know they're on the power play right now. A couple good opportunities. You got 12 more seconds to kill here. And then you got to get back to work.
Faceoff will be in the right circle, the Bruins zone.
Frederick tried to clear that puck and went off Lusteran and right back on Swayman.
Beecher twirls the stick. He'll take it against Lundell. And Beecher wins the draw. So the Bruins have won 2 of the 6 faceoffs that they've had to take while shorthanded, and it's cleared. Lindholm is out of the box for the Bruins. Perfect. And they steal the puck. Walking in, Pastrnak with a breakaway to the slot. And he couldn't get a clean shot away.
He's barking at the referee. Thought he got hooked a little bit on that play.
We're going to get a look as the Panthers ice the puck. He dribbled one toward the near post that Bobrovsky was able to kick out easily.
He lost control of the puck a little bit, and he tried to go back to the forehand with it. He got a whack on the hands, on the back check by Ekblad. That's where he wanted the penalty. On the lower hand, Ekblad reaching in on a breakaway by Pastrnak. Nothing. Wow. We've seen penalties for a lot less than that. Away from the puck.
Panthers ice this one.
Remember the penalty Pastrnak got for slashing in Toronto?
16-16 left here in the third. Bruins 3 and the Panthers 1.
So if you can whack the stick, the shaft of the stick, you can do that. That's legal. That's fine. It looked like he got him on the lower hand as Pastrnak was trying to make that move.
Face-off right circle in the Panthers end.
He's been in alone twice today.
How about the giveaway in the neutral zone by Florida? Right point, McAvoy. He'll swing it down low.
Ekblad was chasing again. He's just had a rough night.
Pastrnak dribbles it to the far circle. That got blocked, and Lundell will carry it ahead. Angled at the red line, and then sent it in deep. Swayman directs it far corner. All right, took a hit, hands it back of the net. Carlo and Geekie are goal scorers for the Bruins as the puck is sent to the near corner of the Bruins end. Lohrei shovel it backhand up the near side. The Bruins trying to exit the puck, cannot. Back of the net, Lohrei. Between his legs, lost it to Cousins. Cousins swings it up top. Kulikov shoots, blocked.
Pastrnak.
Boy, he's made some great plays tonight. Center circle, it's Stenlund over the line right side. Watch, now Maroon out in front. Cousins just got wiped out. The puck is free. Swayman trying to get to it. Maroon going to take exception as Ekman Larsson's throwing cross checks, and Maroon has grabbed a hold of Lusteran. And the linesmen doing whatever they can to keep 61 away from that kid.
Yeah, a couple breakdowns for the Bruins. That's a good hit from McAvoy, but it is going to lead to a loose puck in front of the net as Florida's trying to get to it. And that all came after, right? So Lohrei tried to go between the legs on a little back pass there to McAvoy. And that's, he gets him, he does so many good things. He's capable of doing so many good things. He's going to continue to get better, but he's got to be harder on pucks, especially knowing the score and the situation in games. You just got to be a little smarter, a little harder on pucks in certain areas, in certain parts of the game, and this is one of them.
Face-off near circle in the Bruins zone. Panthers win the draw. Mikkola, left point, shoots, blocked. And it's swung off Swayman's head and back of the net. Along the near side, Bruins trying to dig it free. Tkachuk, left point, Mikkola. Had his shot blocked by Brazo. The Bruins bang it ahead, don't get it out. Second attempt, they do. Now Montour in his backhand, wrenched it to Barkov. His pass at the blue line blocked. The Panthers already in zone. They're going to have to back out.
They don't know where the puck is. They were anticipating it being dumped in.
Bruins are going to start to make some changes. We played just over 5 minutes here in the third. And the Bruins on top 3-1. All the goals coming in the second. Swayman traps the puck. Florida changes.
Go to the Bruins, their forwards.
Lindholm back of his net. He has Beecher to his left, Carlo to his right. Lindholm's just going to wait. Lindholm taking his time. Long right wing feed. Van Riemsdyk lost it at the red line, brought in by Lostarinen. Left circle. Shoots. Swayman fought it off. Rebound. Chopped to the front. Swayman a good stop on Lundell, and the loose puck covered up by the Bruins.
Okay, so right now, other than that Pastrnak chance off of a turnover, the Bruins have been back on their heels. Lindholm's got the puck behind the net. It's a setup breakout. It's going to go off the wall to the far blue line to Van Riemsdyk. That puck has to get in deep. Instead, as the Bruins are trying to make a line change, Florida's reloading, coming right back at you. And it leads to a couple good chances for them. They've been back on their heels this whole period. Jim Montgomery's calling a timeout. I don't blame him.
So the Bruins are going to talk it over.
Yeah. You know, why are we back on our heels so much? We're letting them dictate the pace of play. We're not making smart decisions with the puck.
The shots is paired to 11-1 Florida.
Including a power play.
There's nothing quite like Bruins playoff hockey. Individual tickets to the 2024 playoffs presented by Rapid 7 are on sale now. Secure tickets to all potential games played at TD Garden for all rounds of the playoffs. For more information and to lock in your seat to all the playoff hockey action, visit bostonbruins.com/playoff tickets. I know we're always cautious about bringing up regular season stats, but Florida during the regular season, their offense was 11th in the league. 5-on-5 goals scored, they were 26th. They did their damage on the man advantage.
And shorthanded if you're Reinhart.
He had 5. That was tied for second in the league. Only Travis Konechny had more. Marchand in for the draw against Stenlund. Marchand barking out some instructions.
He was pretty vocal on the bench as well.
Bruins win the faceoff. They'll march it ahead out to center ice over the red line. It's pushed in. Right circle. Marchand spins near side. Grabbed by Montour. And the puck scored to the middle. DeBrusque keeps it in. Near point Coyle. He'll wrap it to the right corner. Marchand goes to chase. Puck slammed around to the near side. The Panthers can't exit it. Along the near side, DeBrusque. Oh, he's looking for Marchand out in front. He was all by himself as the Panthers were flying out.
Montour made a good defensive play, picking that puck off. Now he'll settle it down.
Here's Barkov. He'll rush it up the middle. Bruins cut him off and slow him down in the neutral zone.
Nice.
Dealt deep by Tkachuk.
Nice drop through the neutral zone. You know, those guys get going through, just like we were talking about with Toronto. That can be dangerous when they get all that speed coming up through the middle of the ice.
Bruins smack the puck back into the Panthers' end. Glove by Tkachuk. Out at center ice, he gets it back. Long right wing feed for Verhaeghe. He'll deal it to the far circle. Lindholm's got it. Turns, bangs it ahead. Pastrnak chipped it out to center ice. And it slides back into the Panthers' end. We played 7 minutes here in the third. Bruins 3, Panthers 1. Here in game 1, Tkachuk fired it to the near corner. Verhaeghe being held up by Lindholm. And the Bruins bang it ahead. Out to center ice. 2-on-1. Brazo right circle. Backhand. He scores! Justin Brazo. His first career Stanley Cup playoff goal. A beautiful finish. Backhand top shelf. Bruins 4. Panthers 1.
Lundell behind the play. Thought he got high stuck. He was yelling at the referee. But the Bruins, this puck breaks free for Brazo. What a burst of speed for him. He's not known much for his speed, right? but he gets going up the ice. It was Lorai's stick who got up a little bit on Lundell in the corner. But Brazo picks up this puck in the neutral zone. You said maybe 2-on-1, but he wasn't having any of it. He drops that shoulder coming down the right wing side. It was all him. Forehand, long reach, backhand. Ekblad again reaching for him. And he goes to the backhand and outweights and puts his puck over top of the blocker side of Bobrovsky. Great finish by Brazo.
And how key was that timeout by Jim Montgomery?
Well, and I was going to get to another next. I was going to say he could have waited for the commercial timeout, which would have come just under the 14-minute mark on the whistle, but he didn't. It was just over 14 minutes ago. He was calling the timeout. And we were just about to talk about it. Look, you got to get out in front of this thing because you're back on your heels. Florida's pushing. They're out shooting you, outplaying you badly here to start this third period. It's only a 2-goal game. You don't want to play the whole third period in your zone trying to protect the lead. Calls the timeout. A couple voices heard over there on the bench. And the Bruins respond with a couple good shifts and then the goal by Brazo.
That's their second shot of the period.
Well, Pastrnak had the first one on a breakaway.
And that could have easily been a penalty. Maybe a penalty shot. Bruins win the draw. Chip it up the right side. This will float deep into the Panthers' end. And we have icing as this puck rolled on edge. And it'll come back into the Bruins zone. 12-13 left here in the third. Bruins 4 and the Panthers 1. The Panthers won all 3 home games that they had in the first round against the Tampa Bay Lightning. The Bruins went 2-1 on the road in the Toronto series. Left point now Montour, wings to the near side. Reinhart shoots, blocker to side by Swayman.
Yeah, that was a set play. They were looking into the slot for a pass for a one-timer, and the Bruins had it taken away. If you're going to lose draws, you better know what to do when you lose them.
Carlos pass up the far side, eludes Marchand. So again, the Bruins have to keep this puck in. Back over to the far side, Reinhart sent it right to the Bruins net. The Bruins tying up bodies. The puck squirts out in front. Swayman, a good stop as Reinhart snuck through there. Left point, Ekman Larson, high slot. Reinhart shoots. Swayman the save. The big rebound in the slot. Sent right to the net. Swayman the stop. It's pounded over to the far side. High slot, Ekman Larson shoots. Swayman the glove save. 11:31 left here in the third. Bruins 4 and the Panthers 1. We'll take a timeout on the 98.5, the Sports Hub Bruins radio network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local New England Honda dealers.
Exmark mowers are known for their signature cut quality, legendary dependability, and an operator experience unlike any other. Because if something's worth doing, it's worth doing right. Don't miss out on limited time savings going on now at your local dealer.
Snap Text Save partners with local appliance retailers to help you beat online and big box pricing on appliances. First, snap a photo or screenshot of the appliance model number and price you're looking at. Then, text it to us at 617-600-SAVE and include your delivery zip code. Within minutes, we'll text you back with a guaranteed lower quote and the earliest delivery date. Snap Text Save, New England's easiest way to get the best pricing on appliances. Text us today at 617-600-SAVE.
Yeah, that's how it feels when you can get something else with Rack Exchange. A bigger TV, an upgraded washer, a different item altogether. Because now you can exchange an item at Rent-A-Center for another item within 6 months as often as you want. Learn more at rentacenter.com. For customers in good standing within 6 months following active rental date, exchange items subject to approval and adjustment of payment. Prior rent paid applied to reduced total cost to own for replacement agreement, but not in full to same as cash amount.
Life is a highway, and on it there will be many chicken sandwiches. But there's only one McCrispy, so go ahead and hit the turn signal if you know about this juicy gem of a detour.
Felger and Maz, afternoons 2 to 6 on the Sports Hub.
Justin Brazo's first career Stanley Cup playoff goal from James Van Riemsdyk and Mason Lohrei, who's got a goal and an assist tonight. Time of the goal, 7:13, and the Bruins up 4-1 here in Sunrise. Face-off right circle in the Bruins end, where the bulk of the period has been played. The shots are 36-23 overall, and here this period, it's 13-2 Panthers. Bruins win the draw thanks to Beecher.
The 2 shots for the Bruins have been breakaways. Razzo's goal and Pastrnak, as he took a little whack on the hands.
Zacha flings it in.
There's it.
Bobrovsky stops that puck as it was dribbling into the blue paint. Zacha 2 assists tonight. Puck sizzled to the far corner. Bruins are on it. They'll rim it over to the near side. Zacha plays it up right wing, and it wobbles on edge. And it forces an icing call. Faceoff will come down to our left.
Hockey season is Peerless Boiler season. Replace your old boiler and water heater with a new Peerless Boiler and Pavilion tankless water heater. Find your local dealer at peerlessboilers.com, and remember, Peerless Boilers, the world's best built boilers.
Jeremy Swayman again been busy. He stopped 35 of 36. And Jim Montgomery had mentioned he was not only our best player in the series, but his confidence and swagger permeated our group.
He's got swagger. There's no question about that.
Near corner.
We had a nice conversation with him yesterday, did we not, Jeff?
We did. Talking fishing.
Yeah.
Near corner in the Bruins zone. Osterinen wrapped up by Geekie, who scored a critical game-time goal in the second period. Pastrnak bangs it ahead on right wing, and out come the Bruins 3-on-2.
Well done there. Along the wall, Pastrnak helping out with the D.
McAvoy left point, pulls up to Zacha left circle. Shoots blocked. Retrieved by Pastrnak. Near side, swoops out in front. Right circle, not a forward. His shot. Bobrovsky the save. And Pastrnak wrapped it around the boards. No defenseman there. You had Wotherspoon, who had angled over. And now he's got the puck, center circle. He picked up his first career Stanley Cup playoff point here in the game. Puck fed to the far corner.
He keeps it simple. Him and Forbert back on that back end. Pretty reliable, Wotherspoon has been, whether it's left side or right side.
Wotherspoon.
Physical and reliable. It's you got to kind of manage his minutes a little bit. Like in terms of, he should be in certain range. He's your 5th defenseman. Let's put it that way.
Razzo far side. Saw the hit coming, bumped it out to center ice.
Florida the fans wanted a penalty. I didn't think there was anything there right in front of the bench.
As you remember, late in the regular season when the Bruins, after they acquired Andrew Peeke, they put Peeke and Wotherspoon up against Bennett and Tkachuk.
Yeah, well,
they wanted to be in their face.
You might see that in this series. Peeke is, Florida gets called for icing here. Peeke is here in Florida. He skated the last few days. Oh, I thought it was going to be icing. They call offside.
9:19 left here in the third. We'll finish that thought on the other side. 4-1 Bruins here in Game 1 in Sunrise on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local New England Honda dealers.
Exmark mowers are known for their signature cut quality, legendary dependability, and an operator experience unlike any other. Because if something's worth doing, it's worth doing right. Don't miss out on limited time savings going on now at your local dealer.
Attention nurses. Simplify your job hunt with Incredible Health. Visit IncredibleHealth.com for a tailored experience. Create your profile effortlessly, showcase skills, set preferences, and let top employers compete for you. It's free. Enjoy complimentary interview prep, career coaching, and an AI resume builder. Your next career move is a click away. Visit IncredibleHealth.com today and take off in your nursing career in 2024.
¿Tiene cobertura de Medicaid? Tome medidas para asegurarse de que usted y su familia conserven la cobertura. Es fácil. Solo debe mantener actualizada su información de contacto para que el Estado pueda comunicarse con usted cuando sea su turno de renovar. Asegúrese de estar atento a recibir correspondencia del Estado de Rhode Island. Luego tome medidas de inmediato. Si tiene seguro médico a través de Medicaid, es fácil asegurarse de conservar la cobertura. Para obtener más información o pedir ayuda con su renovación de Medicaid, visite staycovered.ri.gov.
Shady Rays is an independent sunglasses company offering premium polarized shades that won't break the bank. Plus, if your shades go MIA or take a hit, don't sweat it. Shady Rays has lost or broken protection, so you're covered from day one. Exclusively for our listeners, go to shadyrays.com and use code NOW50 for 50% off 2 or more pairs of sunglasses. That's NOW50 to get 50% off 2 or more pairs of sunglasses. Try for yourself the shades rated 5 stars by over 300,000 people.
The home of the Bees, the Sports Hub.
Face off in the center circle. Just over 9 minutes remaining here in the third period in Sunrise. And this place is, by the way, started to empty out. We've still got Plenty of time left. 4-1 Bruins here in game one. We were talking about Andrew Peeke possibly making his way back into the lineup as an option for the Bruins.
It's getting closer. He's skated the last few days, and I know he's not medically cleared yet, but he sure looks pretty good. In terms of this puck went off the glass and out of play by Bobrovsky. He's watching him shoot, watching him kind of get involved. He's getting close. Forbert makes his debut here today.
First game since early March.
They've got some options, especially if Peeke comes back. You mentioned Peeke and Wotherspoon, who went head-to-head with Bennett and Tkachuk in that line. We'll see if that line even stays together. If Bennett comes back, because they get Barkov and Tkachuk playing together.
The general manager, Don Sweeney, mentioned yesterday, I expect everybody at some point in time to be available in this series.
Yeah, well, it's coming. They're all here. Heinen's here. Boquist is here. Peeke is here. All three of those guys are missing because of injuries, but they're all here and all skating.
Geeky in for the draw against Barkov.
And that just gives them more options.
Steal by Pasternak. Try to feed it back to the near hash and Zacha. And it's bumped up the right side. The Panthers will exit. They'll fling it through the middle. Forsling over the line. He's a -3 here tonight.
Well, he hasn't had much help from Ekblad, I'll tell you that. That pair is really struggling here today.
Ekblad back of the net. Drilled it over to the near side. Now Forsling sent it up the middle.
And I'm a fan of Ekblad. It's been a rough night.
8.5 minutes remaining here in the third period. As the puck slides to the right corner, the Panthers then will have an icing call here on the Bruins. As Montour is jawing away with James Van Riemsdyk out at center ice. But that goal by Justin Brazeau to extend the Bruins lead, looks like it took a little steam out of the guys wearing red and white.
Yeah. They had the momentum going here early in the third period. The timeout. They say if you're Jim Montgomery, you got to weigh that. Do you call it right there, or do you wait for the commercial timeout, which is an automatic minute and a half, where you can call your team over? He wasn't waiting any longer.
Puck sent out in front. The Bruins deny that pass.
We were talking about the same thing, saying that they need to straighten this out. They're back on their heels. They're not making plays. They're getting stuck inside their own zone. They're not moving their feet. And Montgomery took it a step further and called the timeout.
So this puck that was lobbed out by James Van Riemsdyk hit the center hung scoreboard?
It hit somebody on the Bruins bench.
8:11 remaining here in the third. Bruins 4 and the Panthers 1. Bruins got off to a solid, structured start. And if you want to rewind all the way back to the beginning of the game, how big were the saves that Jeremy Swayman made early in the game on Reinhart and Lundell?
Yeah, all game, though. Some of those scrambles in front of the net during that power play that they had in the third period here. Tkachuk missing to the short side. That could have made the game 3-2.
Bruins with 2 goals from defensemen, 2 goals from rookies. Bruins win the draw, fired out to center ice. Here's Brazeau. He'll swing it in.
He's gotten better and better since being reinserted into the lineup.
It's only his 4th game.
But he was effective last game.
He picked up an assist in the game tire. Remember, he almost tied the game himself.
Yeah.
In game 7.
He hit the knob of the stick, or the top half of the stick. He also, just before Lindholm scored, he had a chance and it rolled off the top of the net.
Bruins slide the puck back into the Florida end. No icing here, called at the last second. Van Riemsdyk challenging Kulikov.
Kulikov trying to fend him off, and Riemsdyk trying to resist grabbing him by the jersey.
And Riemsdyk with an assist tonight since being inserted into the lineup. He's got 4 points in 6 games. Bruins drill it up the middle. Marchand deadened the puck.
Yeah, he looks like he's got his legs back, after not playing the first couple games against Toronto. We talked about him during the end of the season, during the tail end of the season. That he just didn't look like he had his legs after that illness and losing all that weight.
What a huge goal he scored when the Bruins were in Toronto in that series. After being inserted in the lineup. That came in game 4. Left circle, Ekman Larsson walks in, poke checked, and then he lost his edge, and the Bruins flip it out.
Pasternak helped defend that.
Zacha speeds in. Bobrovsky has to come out and play. Pasternak's got it right circle. Centers! And Geeky was tied up. Bobrovsky had lost his stick. Ekman Larson wings it in. 6:33 left here in the third.
It's a great back check by Verhaeghe.
Now Tkachuk crashes in back of the net.
It's a good hit. Hard hit on Carlo.
Carlo retrieves his stick. He's going to head back to the bench. Tkachuk has the game's only goal for Florida. That opened the scoring in the second period. But then the Bruins responded 67 seconds later. They tied the game, and then right after killing a penalty, Mason Lohrei scored what right now would be the game winner. Brazeau fights the puck to get it out to center ice. Frederick bumps it over the line. Brazeau with that long stick almost got free. Brazeau, far corner, Frederick crashes in. Up the right side, Lostarinen snaps it in. Around it comes near side. Clock starting to move a little quicker here. Puck sent off the side of the cage by Reinhart. Crashing in is Stenlund.
Yeah, you're gonna continue to finish hits. And if you're the Panthers, you just keep finishing those hits. Might not pay dividends today, but around the NHL presented by the Massachusetts Health Connector. Act now. Get covered at mahealthconnector.org. This is the only game in the NHL here tonight. Bruins with a 4-1 lead, 5.5 remaining here in the third, and watching this building clear out right now.
Face-off left circle in the Bruins end. Game 2 is going to take place
every other day for the first 5 games.
Now here on Wednesday. Barkov near circle is going to take it against Coyle. Charlie with an assist tonight. Held in at the left point. Verhaeghe wings it across. Montour fires it off the end boards. The Bruins read it. Bat it to the far corner. Tkachuk braced for the hit from McAvoy. And the wrister coming in. Gloved by Swayman. And we're going to take a timeout with 5:20 remaining here in Game 1. Bruins up 4-1 here in Florida on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local New England Honda dealers.
Exmark mowers are known for their signature cut quality, legendary dependability, and an operator experience unlike any other. Because if something's worth doing, it's worth doing right. Don't miss out on limited time savings going on now at your local dealer.
Who's in for Mohegan? Obviously everyone. It's an invitation that you can't ignore to experience a place that just feels different. Mohegan Sun, a place that welcomes you in, all in. For the flavors, the fun, the unbelievably unforgettable. Because you plus me plus Mohegan equals the best time ever. And what comes next is, well, everything. This is how it feels when you're all in for Mohegan. Mohegan Sun. Visit MoheganSun.com today to start your experience.
Bring excitement to your landscape with Proven Winners Color Choice Shrubs. These flowering shrubs and evergreens have been trialed and tested by experts to make sure they look better and bloom better, so they're just as easy to care for as what's in your landscape now, but a whole lot more colorful and interesting. Look for Proven Winners Color Choice Shrubs in the distinctive white container at your local garden center, or learn more at provenwinnerscolorchoice.com.
Connect with Boston's home for sports online. 98.5 thesportshub.com.
Face-off right circle, the Bruins end. Matthew Tkachuk opened it up at the 11:45 mark in the second period. Morgan Geekie tied it with his third at 12:52. Mason Lohrei put the Bruins in front for the first time at 16-17. Brandon Carlo, that was a big goal. With 21 seconds left in the second, drilled in his second. And then here in the third, even though the Bruins were on their heels for the bulk of it, Justin Brazeau scored his first career Stanley Cup playoff goal, and the Bruins with a 4-1 lead. Puck sizzled over to the near side. Mikkola along the near wall. Near wall, Rodriguez up top. Mikkola's shot was blocked. Along the near side, Rodriguez wrapped up. The Bruins trying to pull it out of there. Coyle lost his footing. And I think this puck goes over the short glass at the hash marks. 4:54 left here in the third. Bruins 4, Panthers 1.
Dallas Stars winning yesterday over the Vegas Golden Knights. We're going to have a new Stanley Cup winner this year. Game 7.
What a goal by Ryan Johnston to get it started.
Oh, he's had a great playoff. But the same day, right? Second round started. Rangers, Carolina. A lot of people looking forward to that. We unfortunately missed that game. We were in the air, but
I think Zibanejad with a couple of early goals, and the Rangers, they haven't lost the game here in the playoffs.
That has the potential to be a really good series.
Sergei Bobrovsky off of the extra attacker with just under 5 minutes remaining here in the third. And the Bruins on top by 3. Barkov's going to take the draw against Geekie. Stretches out the hamstrings. And he'll get set. 6-on-5. Panthers win the draw. Up top, it's Reinhart with a shot, and that rockets over the crossbar. And the Bruins batted up the left side, back into the Florida zone. Back to get it is Verhaeghe. He led the team in the first round with 9 points and leads the team with 5 goals here in the playoffs.
He's clutch.
Bruins lift it toward the front of the net, just wide off the right post.
That was Lindholm trying to lift that puck down. Just missed.
4:28 left here in the third.
Talk about Verhaeghe and all the overtime winners that he has in his pocket. How clutch he has been.
He has their lone overtime winner this year. That came in the Tampa series. Face-off near circle. Geekie will take it again against Barkov.
Can't let down here, right? It's 4-1, but there's so much time left. There's 4.5 minutes. If they get one, all of a sudden there's life.
Oh, yeah. Now Barkov kicked out of there. Verhaeghe will have to take it. He wins it cleanly.
Another one.
Up top, Kachuk shoots. That kicked off a skate far side. Lindholm drills it up the middle. That won't get out. He was looking for Pasternak. Lindholm cuts off a puck at the far hash. Hack to the far corner. Tarasenko, boy, we haven't talked about him a whole lot tonight.
We will, but
near side, Kachuk. Wrister, gloved by Swayman. And we'll have a face-off.
He's playing third line role right now, and I think you've mentioned his name twice tonight, Judd. It was power play time. I haven't even noticed him.
He's got 1 goal and 3 points here in the playoffs. He had 6 goals and 14 points in 19 games after the trade, coming from the Ottawa Senators.
Florida's won 2 face-offs in a row here with the goaltender pulled. We're going to have Coyle come out and take this one against Barkov.
It's a 6-on-5. Barkov wins it all the way back. Or did Coyle go forward with it?
He likes to do that.
Nikola wrists it up the left side with 2:23 remaining here in regulation. Bruins 5, Panthers 1. Here's Rodriguez. Opposo couldn't drive it in. Now Van Riemsdyk drove it down the left wing boards back into the Panthers' end. Bobrovsky is back in that, by the way. And the puck is fluttered to the near corner of the Bruins zone. Carlo back, saw Lawrence coming. Back of the net, Lawrence, watched by Forbert. Up to the right point, Ekblad. Left point, Ekman Larsson shoots. Blockered aside by Swayman. Got a clean look at it. 1:47 remaining here in game 1. Here come the Bruins up the middle, 2-on-2. It's Van Riemsdyk over the line, left side with Frederick. Van Riemsdyk straight to back of the net. Frederick couldn't hold on to it. Cousins, hounded by Frederick, coughed it up. Near side, Maroon. High slot, Wotherspoon shoots, and he went over the blocker. Got a lot on that. We got a penalty coming here, and a meeting of the minds in the far corner. Patrick Maroon is out on the ice. Wotherspoon is there as well. Cousins playing off the pile. Frederick wants to get at him. Ekman Larsson getting worked over by Frederick. Ekman Larsson trying to give it back to him. 1:22 remaining here in regulation. And the Bruins up 5-1.
I did not see the penalty. I know that Bobrovsky got bumped, but I thought it was his own man. So it's possible it was away from that.
Wotherspoon being escorted to the Bruins bench by one of the linesmen.
Yeah, Frederick and Ekman Larsson, so John. I think Frederick for holding Ekblad, I think that was the penalty. And then Maroon finishes his hit.
Oh, he came and got Lawrence pretty good.
Lawrence. That brought everybody in.
So they're going to sort it out here. Frederick with a couple of swats to the left side.
Ekman Larsson.
Trent Frederick, 3 goals thus far here in the playoffs. has not taken a single penalty. And by the way, a +5 in the first round. Let's see if we can get the calls here for Chris Rooney. He and Graham Skilleter are talking it over right now. I think they're still going to talk it over.
He's announcing it to an empty building. It's just for our benefit.
Trent Frederick will head down the tunnel. Rodriguez will grab a seat in the box.
Maroon's still, he's drawing with the Florida bench. I think it's a linesman he's drawing with. Yeah, he's looking at the Florida bench. Linesman keeping him from getting there.
So the faceoff will be in the far circle in the Panthers' end.
I think that's Montour that Maroon's drawn with.
And Montour, a fiery player.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Unrestricted free agent. They got a few of them.
Well, they already locked up Gustav Forsling with a contract in early March. Patrick Maroon has had plenty of battles over the years.
Maroon's still drawing with Montour. You can see the Maroon's, he's laughing. He's got a smile on his face. Montour's at the end of the bench yelling at him.
Montour, 5 goals in the first round last year against the Bruins. He led all defensemen with 8 goals in the Stanley Cup playoffs. Panthers win the draw. No idea what the announcement is, but the Bruins are on the power play. So that's all we know. Heading up ice is Lorei. He'll sizzle it to the right corner. Far side, Lawrence tries to pin Maroon. 1 minute to go here in game 1. Maroon wins the battle, sends it around. Wotherspoon near hash. Up top it comes Lorei. Fires! And it got blocked out in front. Chopped up top, Lorei settles a bouncing puck.
Good hit, though. Good hit on the boards.
Wotherspoon, right of the net. Fed back to him by Beecher. Wotherspoon shoots blockered aside by Bobrovsky.
That was Lawrence who got Brazo, I think, on the boards.
You got 4 rookies out there for the Bruins and Maroon.
So Lorei's the only one out of these guys that would play power play. No, Brazo would too. Brazo would too, and obviously Maroon has played a little bit.
29, minor penalty, high sticking.
It's going to be a penalty to Wotherspoon for high sticking. I can almost guarantee you that Wotherspoon, I'd like to know the last time he played on any power play. He's reliable. He's defensive. He is not an offensive defenseman.
Wotherspoon this year played a career-high 41 games for the Bruins, 8 assists, 31 PIMs.
Maroon's still jawing as he goes to the bench with the Florida Panthers. This is what we saw a lot of when he was an opponent of the Bruins.
Bruins guide the puck out to the neutral zone with 28. The Bruins trailed in this game 1-0. 67 seconds later, Morgan Geekie tied it. Then the Bruins moved in front after a penalty kill. Bruins dived to get the puck out. Added one late in the second period. And then Justin Brazo settled the game down, scoring on an odd man chance. And this game has gone final. Nico Mikkola comes out to slug a couple of Bruins. He's escorted away by one of the linesmen, and the Boston Bruins have rolled from a Game 7 victory into a Game 1 victory here in Sunrise, Florida. The Bruins scoring 5 unanswered goals, 3 of them coming in the second period. Your game winner tonight in his first career Stanley Cup playoff goal, Mason Lorei. Top shelf, short side. Your final in Game 1. Bruins 5 and the Florida Panthers 1. Piercy and I will bring you back for the post-game show in a moment on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local New England Honda dealers.
Angie's List is now Angie, and we've heard a lot of theories about why.
I thought it was an eco move. Fewer words, less paper.
No, it was so you could say it faster.
No, it's to be more iconic.
Must be a tech thing. But those aren't quite right. It's because now you can compare upfront prices, book a service instantly, and even get your project handled from start to finish.
Sounds easy.
It is, and it makes us so much more than just a list. Get started at Angie.com. That's ANGI, or download the app today.
Exmark mowers are known for their signature cut quality, legendary dependability, and an operator experience unlike any other. Because if something's worth doing, it's worth doing right. Don't miss out on limited time savings going on now at your local dealer.
Yeah, that's how it feels when you can get something else with Rack Exchange. A bigger TV, an upgraded washer, a different item altogether. Because now you can exchange an item at Rent-A-Center for another item within 6 months as often as you want. Learn more at rentacenter.com. For customers in good standing within 6 months following active rental date, exchange items subject to approval and adjustment of payment. Prior rent paid applied to reduce total cost to own for replacement agreement, but not in full to same as cash amount.
Você está coberto pelo Medicaid? Tome medidas para se certificar de que você e a sua família estão cobertos. É fácil. Basta manter as suas informações de contato atualizadas para que o Estado possa contactar quando for a sua vez de renovar. Esteja atento ao correio do Estado de Rhode Island. Em seguida, haja de imediato. Para saber mais ou obter ajuda com a renovação do seu Medicaid, visite staycovered.ri.gov. É o staycovered.ri.gov.
Welcome. Today we're talking with a developer from SeatGeek, a ticketing app that just does what it's supposed to do. Well, that sounds boring. Wouldn't it be more exciting if I had no idea if my ticketing app was going to work?
Oh, well, we innovate so that fans can save all their excitement for the concert.
Interesting. A ticketing app that gives fans peace of mind? What a breakthrough.
Expect the expected, and I was enjoying a peaceful drive before the arrival of the in-laws when...
It's a disaster. That sneaky dog of yours got up on the counter and gobbled up the cake.
So I can pick up...
It's gotta be from the place off Highway 9. Hurry, they're almost here.
Luckily, my Nissan Altima was built to handle the unexpected. With available intelligent all-wheel drive, I was able to save the day without a slip-up.
You made it.
Piece of cake.
Drive the Nissan Altima. Now get 0% APR financing on a new 2024 Nissan Altima SR VC Turbo. Shop at your local Nissan store or at nissanusa.com. Intelligent all-wheel drive cannot prevent collisions or provide enhanced traction in all conditions. Always monitor traffic and weather conditions. For well-qualified buyers, subject to Nissan Motor Acceptance Company credit approval. See dealer for financing details. Ends June 3rd, 2024.
The Celtics play here at the Sports Hub.
Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network.
Boston, the home of the Patriots, the Celtics, the Revs, and the Bruins. Boston's home for sports is 98.5 The Sports Hub, a Beasley Media Group station.
And the Bruins bang it ahead, out to center ice, 2-on-1. Brazo right circle, backhand, he scores! Justin Brazo, his first career Stanley Cup playoff goal. A beautiful finish, backhand top shelf. Bruins 4, Panthers 1. Welcome back to the Amerant Bank Arena in Sunrise, Florida. Your final here in Game 1 of Round 2. Bruins 5 and the Florida Panthers 1. We're joined downstairs by Bruins forward Justin Brazo.